What is going on, everybody? Setting this up quick. Not going to be a lot of chatting here in the beginning as I do everything I can to quickly finish up what is February's event quest. I waited way too long and I need to get this done. So it's going to be a bit of a mad dash and then we'll get into this. We'll have some fun. We'll do the event quest. That's really what people don't want to see. Maybe we will transfer over to some Karinas, but there's been a lot of Karina. There's a lot of Karina going on out there. And so I think Event Quest, I think it'll be fun to check that out. What's up, Cabby? How you doing? Thank you so much for being here. Did you finish this up already? I most people have. I normally would have by now. But I got to get this done. I was up late last night. It just took forever. I was a little disappointed because I had to finish up all of the Mojo stuff. And that takes time, and real life has been a lot lately. If I don't land some of these parries, we're not going to get this done at all. So I've got one path left of this side and then two of the next one. And I think we should be able to get that done. We got 35 minutes here. There should be plenty of time, just not as much chatting out of me as normal. Yeah, let's go. That is right. Thank you for the... It's just, I know the rewards aren't amazing from this, but I don't want to miss out on them. I mean, they're literally free just from playing the game, you know? Just wait till one for the boss rush and monthly quest. Yeah, I don't think it's technically a boss rush though. I think it's like a full side quest. I'm really bad at understanding. I'm very comfortable admitting this. I'm very bad at understanding what Kabam writes. I just am. That's one of the reasons why you all don't see me put out the like patch notes or try to explain a side quest or an event quest. I'm not kidding. If anyone who's seen me like thank Karate Mike for it, I don't know what it is, man. He's able to understand them so well, and Cat Murdoch obviously making those infographics. Man, cable's heavy's coming up short for me. But between those two people, they explain so much to me about side quests, event quests, that kind of stuff. I just don't get it. I really don't, but that's okay. I've managed to make it this far without understanding any of those things. But I don't think it's a boss rush. There's nothing like streaming to let you know you have a slight lisp. We got to get this down. Hopefully this finishes off Jubilee. I don't want to put the phone down and assume I will have the win and find out I don't. Will there be rewards or profile pictures? See, I don't know, Cap. I really don't know. I would imagine Cap put something out. We probably have that up on the Discord server, but I truly don't know. I hope there's something. As you guys know, I'm a huge fan of Lizer and was able to get that interview out with her. We're going to finish that up on Sunday. And I know she helped design it, but Lizer, goodness sake, she put in Penny Parker. I don't know why she did that, but she did. We'll have a conversation. Mr. Fernandez, are you able to have a conversation with Lizer and find out why she put in Penny Parker? Why did she do that to us? Does she not like us? Is she secretly angry at all of us? I think these are the questions that we deserve answers to. Hope we get some nice... in my very quick attempt to look up, it looked like you said pajamas, but I'm pretty sure you're not talking about pajamas. I'm going to go with profile pictures. Now, one of my alliances leaders is here, and dude, I'm trying to finish this up. I've been so busy with other stuff lately. Groot, if you could throw your special, I would really appreciate it. Come on, dude. Now's not the time for that. What's up, MCoC Golden Gun? How you doing? Thanks for being here. I'm not chatting quite as much as I normally do, which feels weird. Don't really like it. Root, we don't have time for your shenanigans. The next chapter should go a little quicker. It's the cosmic one. What's up, Mr. Belding? How you doing? I'm here. Start the EQ over. Just go back to the beginning. Let's go back to the beginning. We don't want Mr. Belding to miss a single thing. Almost went into song. What was that Aerosmith song? I'm not going to sing. Don't worry. No one will hear me sing. They don't want to close their eyes. because they'll miss it. She wants to use Groot against Penny. Ah, that's what it's all about. That's why the Groot was ranked. That makes so much sense. Everything is coming together now. That's why this Groot was just being so passive too. Love in an elevator. What's up, Legendary Avenger? How you doing? How's everyone enjoying the Karinas? I have not done a single one yet. This is a busy time of year, right? For all of us who have companies and things like that, and taxes to pay. Man, I wish all that stuff was more simple and less time confusing. And I use an accountant. I don't even do my own. And it still just takes forever. But as they say, real life is more important. You got to get that stuff done. And we've had some really cool wars, man. I can't wait to get my next war video out. Or Loki. Don't want to spoil anything, but 3-0. The planning has been outrageous in every single one of our BGs. Outrageously good, that is. I think that was probably clear from the 3-0 that it was outrageously good. Yes, Koreans are much better. They really are. Oh, hey, and I think DLL has joined the call. Is that you, buddy?
Yeah.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing okay. I came so close to soloing the legendary Iron Man Infinity War in the side quest with Ronan on my alt, because I'm blitzing through that in this last hour.
Yeah.
I got him all the way down to 7%, and then I must have been late, but I ate an L1.
You know what, man? I think that's very commendable in you on the must have been late. For a while now, I've been...
It's felt worse, right?
Yeah, but it's worse in a really bizarre way. Sorry, I am trying desperately to finish this up.
I understand.
But you'll see. I think I even maybe showed you the fight. I mean, I went from it appears as though Dex just flat out was not working.
Yeah.
To then working again in the same fight. Yeah, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
I went in with a charged strife to finish it off, because I'm 7%, that's probably 4 heavy attacks.
Yeah.
And then immediately the first parry didn't work, and I died.
It is, I've likened this game to the creaky old house that you love, but when it rains, the roof leaks and stuff, and yeah. Anyways, let's talk about nice things. What's up, Natalie? How you doing? Thanks for being here.
I mean, the nice thing is that Ronan slaps.
Does he really?
You know how you've been talking more lately about specialist versus niche?
Yeah.
And so whichever of those two Nimrod falls under.
Yeah.
He's one of the two. And Ronan has actually been my strongest. Ronan and Purgatory have been better than Strife and Nimrod for just all right, I got to take this down. It doesn't really line up. I'll figure something out.
That's awesome.
It's so weird, but it's working great. You know what? You have the overlay with our voices. I don't know if you wanted to have that up.
What's that? Oh, is it showing on the screen?
Yeah.
What? Oh, yeah. Thank you very much. I'll take that off, guys. Thank you. Dude, this is just the way things go. This is last stream when I didn't even put the donators up there on the screen. I was trying to figure out why that was showing. I'm just in such a hurry.
Yeah, I need to figure out the overlay stuff myself. That's the next thing I need to level up in my stream game.
All right, let's hurry up and get this done. Come on, get some armor breaks going. 17, that is a lot of armor breaks. I was tempted to put recoil on, but I think the time I would take to do that wouldn't be worth it. Did that take it off the screen? There we go. Okay. Sorry, everybody. Sorry about that. Legendary screen from the left. Please check. Please check. Was that what you were just telling me? Was that what DLO was just talking to me about?
Yeah.
Thanks. Thanks, everybody. I realize, or I appreciate you all trying to help me out there. Like I said, I'm not reading chat very much at all right now because I'm just trying to race through this. I asked about Karina. So I think we got some answers on that. I'm shocked at how quickly people are mowing through it. I think that's a sign it's fun and that people wanted new content.
Yes, definitely a bit of both.
And this is something that you've been talking about lately is like, it gives you something to build towards. And I like that. Like the All Mutant and Abyss, or what is it called? Like Karina's Challengers or something?
Right. There's a huge difference between, oh man, I don't have like a 6-star rank 3 Shang-Chi yet, and wait, what? I have to go rank my 4-star Sabretooth?
Yeah. Or like, well, I guess I'll rank up this champion. Hopefully they get buffed in the future, but I need them for this.
Right.
Like,
hey, true potential, Jason.
I'm sure people will start to realize that Doc Ock is a very good champion.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be what finally motivates me to learn him, because I just been waiting until my 6-star was duped.
Yeah.
But now I have a reason to speed it up a bit.
I think he has limitations that he's an example to me of a champion where as the game continues to expand and there's more, to use your term, design space, he actually might go from niche to specialist, you know?
Mm-hmm. Because there is just a lot he can do.
Yeah. I don't remember which chat I was in, but there was a chat recently. Oh no. What have I done here? Please die. Why won't he die? There. About his awakened ability and needing it, I think, for Havoc, maybe?
Yeah, I think I was the one who asked about that because I was like, maybe, or maybe that was on my stream yesterday. I remember at least saying, like, people who know him better, should I just rank to the unduped 6-star, or do I have to put resources into the 4-star?
Dude, I'm touring so much. I just used Cable in the Cosmic Quest. What was I doing? What's up, Kingslayer? How you doing, man? Hey, Kingslayer. A buddy of mine named J Will may be reaching out to you soon if he hasn't already. I think you two know each other. If you're able to help him out, I would really appreciate it.
Natalie says, think I found a bug while using Hulk, was dexing Juggernaut Special 1, still got hit, dexterity triggered, but I still got... Yeah, I think that's because... is Juggernaut Special 1, I think, maybe technically 2 hits, or at least there's like 2 different frames where it can hit you. So what I mean by that is that you can like dex the punch or whatever, but the special one is 1 hit, but I think it actually checks for a collision twice. It's like the punch and the rocks coming at you. I know that sounds weird, but I think that's correct and has been like that for a while. Because, yeah, I've definitely gotten hit by it as well, including about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, Sergio, I'm just trying to quickly finish up, dude. I let this go way too long. Had a lot going on this last month, and I'm trying to quickly finish this. I have a path and a half left. Should be fine, as long as I don't do things like use Cable for the Cosmic Quest.
Yeah, I've accepted I'm not going to finish this entirely, but if I can get this mojo down, then I can at least get the completion bucks, and that'll go a long way.
And this is for your main or your alt?
This is for my alt. Thankfully, I did everything on my main. I'm okay there.
Yeah, you've put in a lot of work on that alt, though. It's looking good.
Thanks. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think I need Ronin on my main account, so I'm not rushing into it, but I just have such an appreciation for him now. There's definitely a skill cap involved. Like, it took me a while to realize how everything fit together, and it's like, oh, this guy's good. But it's there.
Hey, Mr. Clown, Mr. Fernandez, I think you'll enjoy this. Meta, in his last war video, took the time to more than once point out how bad 4 Loki's defense was and how poor the placements were, which I thought was ironic. I don't know if he was trying to be funny or not. I think he's in the chat, so maybe he can explain it. If that was supposed to be like one of those hipster Strand style jokes that just doesn't come across well to me, or if maybe he really thought the map was just laid out that poorly. I'm curious.
It couldn't have been serious because it took me a while to get through what Lizer gave us.
I think this might be one of those things where, like, I'm trying to put this politely. When you don't know a lot, you don't understand that sometimes not every matchup is going to be extremely difficult. It's about a whole map is laid out and then forcing people to attack it a certain way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, he was just saying he didn't understand 2 placements? Okay, yeah, I get that because I've said things like that in my war videos, but I mean, it's very much like there's always going to be, out of 50 placements, I would guess, even on the best defenses, there's going to be probably at least 10 spots where, you know, it's like this champion is getting nothing from this node. But you know what? They can't be killed by this other champion who's going to be used for the nodes on either side. So, yeah, such it is.
And I gotta say, that was one of the coolest things about the chess match. I mean, I don't want to be wrong here, but I feel like you've said that Campo does a lot of the defense placements.
Mm-hmm.
Man, I looked at that map you guys laid out, and maybe I didn't need 20 accounts, but holy smokes! I mean, there's just so much where it was like, okay, this matchup would be really easy, but I do not know how I would take the rest of this lane. You know,
right.
It was really cool to see you all and Lizer match up, and then of course, you know, your actual players perform it. Sometimes not so good levels, like myself. I have a pretty brutal death in the next war video.
Do I?
Oh, that's right. Yeah. At least yours was to a tough fight, though. Mine wasn't like an easy fight necessarily, but it shouldn't have been a death. I died with Nimrod to Hitmonkey.
Yeah, it's worse because like mine was something where it's like, yeah, it was a tough fight, but I don't think it would have been as tough a fight for somebody who was sitting there right behind me. And
you mean that figuratively, not literally, right?
Yeah, I mean, like the person who placed the pre-fight for my next fight could have taken that first fight, and I think they would have done better. And like, I mean, it is a team effort. It's not like I'm the only one going over offense at any given point. I haven't finished your conversation with Lizer, but I got to the point where she talks about how in 4 Loki everybody shares their plans and across battle groups, and we do the same. So like a bunch of people looked at it, but it was still my idea in the first place.
Yeah.
So I take the most responsibility, and it was a bad idea ultimately.
But that's the thing. And again, sorry, chat. Like I'm seeing that I only have 17 minutes. I want to make sure I finish this. Last night, it was so late, and I just wasn't paying attention. I was watching. DL, you were streaming last night, right? And then I was making it through. Lag streamed a little bit, and I was making it through Buddy's like war videos, friends of mine's war videos, and Buddy Lee, who was also a buddy. Yeah, that was weird. But I took a wrong path, and I had one of those where it's like you think you're done with the chapter, and then you realize you have 3% left. So I really want to make sure I don't make that mistake again, which I think I may just have done. Shoot. I actually do not know how to fight Icarus without a Mystic Champion.
The weird thing is that you actually want to avoid mediums.
Yeah.
Airy Heavy actually turns off most of his abilities.
Really? Okay. I think I'm just going to accept that I might have to use some items and try to get this over with. You're placing me in a weird position where I would have to go watch a meta video. I mean, do friends do that to friends? Nah, I like meta. I like meta.
And you were probably focusing on the fights as I also am right now, but Meta did clarify earlier that like he does get that there's always going to be weird placements.
Yeah. I'm just I'm a little, what's the term? Sour. I think that's the term.
Yeah.
But
it's almost worn off for me. I get it.
Yeah.
It's like you said, it's like if you're going to learn a lesson the hard way, it's better to learn said lesson when facing friends, when friends can benefit from it.
Yeah.
But it still isn't fun.
No, it's not. All right. Let's see. I still want to read the questions in the chat. Hitmonkey is scary. Yeah, it was one of those things where, like, honestly, I think part of the problem is I had overdueled because I was sitting there. I wanted to get back to work, but I was just so excited for this matchup, right? Like, we're going up against SSX. They're back-to-back masters. Forloki has been playing very, very well this season. Masters is where we want to be. It's where we, historically are playing against friends, like going up against DLL, Campos, Slaymon, Nerd, like players of that caliber. It's just like that's what makes this so much fun. And so I just was watching the war map. I had to wait to be cleared, and I was waiting for then a pre-fight. And I dueled Hitmonkey with I was beating my 6-star Hitmonkey with my 3-star Nimrod, no problem. The node wasn't making it that complicated. And I think I just did over prepared. At DLL, I think you likened it to like warming up for something and then like having to wait. You warm up for your audition or what have you, and then you have to sit there and wait. And it's just, yeah. So I did it to myself. But the rest of the fights, well, I don't want to spoil the war video, but it's an exciting video. I definitely make a fight way more difficult than it needs to be. Let's put it that way. What's up, Strands? How you doing, dude? I need to get these weaknesses off me. Looks like I shouldn't be hitting into his block.
It is kind of funny. I think Campo was the one who said recently in one of his videos that he felt like he was using Nebula Quake style.
Yeah.
And I felt like in my last war, I was using Reed Quake style. So, like, this map is giving us some weird stuff.
Hey, Zach is here. What's up, dude? Yeah, I mean, man, I want to dive into so many of these topics. Oh, no, there's a Nimrod. Angela should be fine, right?
Hey, Zach. For Nimrod?
Yeah. I think I actually
like,
don't...
he may get rid of some of her regens, but she'll shrug them, so it should be fine.
Yeah, and I think I don't want to armor break him, so I think I won't throw specials.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't think you really get hurt for armor breaking him, but yeah, it just doesn't really help.
You know, man, I thought that same thing, but the more I read his abilities, the more I think you actually do.
Let me check that in 13 minutes.
Yeah.
Because I did miss something in his kit that KT pointed out to me recently. His, like, counter to crits.
Yeah. I'm curious to hear about that.
Oh, come on, server. This is not the time.
Oh, no.
Okay.
Nimrod did me in. Although I do have an idea for a channel that I shared with DLL. But is Vega going to talk Clown into making war videos? Ooh, that would be cool. Clown should start a channel. Why do you not have a channel?
I'm just laughing because of the memes that would come out of it, and it's like, and here I used Rolk again, because obviously he is the best champion in the game.
No, Rolk, according to Mr. Clown, is the best science champion in the game.
Of course. Gotta leave room for her.
Yeah. Which I don't understand, because Mr. Clown has Miguel. He has Spider-Man 2099. So I really don't tend to argue with Mr. Clown. But on this one, I am confused. I think there would be a certain amount of poetic justice if Nimrod ends up stalling me long enough for me to not actually get this. Oh my god.
Rolk is very good, Bean.
Nimrod.
Clown just gets a little meanie about him.
Alright, Nimrod.
Whoa! Those shocks were massive.
Yeah, Nimrod is like, you shall not pass. You shall not pass. Nimrod, buddy. I was the first I believe, I mean, it's always hard with these things, but I believe I was the first one to be telling everyone how good you are. Please don't do this to me. He's like, well, if you would just learn how to dex my SP2, you wouldn't be having problems now, would you?
Mistake. All right. Miss the days when DLL was a robot voice. I am glad we fixed that. I had forgotten about that.
See, if I pay attention, Nimrod just wanted me to sit up straight in my chair and pay attention. That might be fun to do, like get one of those one of those modulators, and just one day like screw around with guests on call. I guess DLL doesn't think that would be fun. He also is trying to frantically. For those who don't know, DLL is also frantically trying to finish something up. Oh no, there's more fights. There's more fights. Come on. It's like an R4 Nimrod boss.
What's really funny is if his last path gives me like 25 tickets, and then those 25 tickets don't even let me buy something over what I already have.
Who'd you use to take the Nimrod boss? I am imagining Spider-Man 99 or Mr. Hercules himself.
For us, probably.
Did you think Karate Mike took a thing boss with Miguel? Once I saw this, once I saw the strat, it made sense. Once I saw it.
Well, the thing is that like the reason there's not really a whole lot going on that node, really, because like the reason thing used to be a war boss was because he would cause people to time out. You just have to do damage. But like Miguel's ways of doing damage aren't really going to run into protection. So it makes sense.
I don't think I'm going to make it.
I'm not sure I am either. I just died to a Venom the Duck dex, which I haven't messed up in like 6 months.
I'm feeling more pressure in this fight than I ever feel in war.
Feeling like maybe I should give up and just go and see what rewards I already have access to.
I think someone in the chat said that there's Legends titles back. Is that accurate? Am I reading that correctly? I needed that to do more damage than it did. Oh no. This is why hurrying.
Scrolling and I'm not seeing it.
This is why hurrying's a bad idea. Hurrying never helps. True Strike. Yeah, True Strike helps so much. Bean, and then also the slow off is SP3. It's a big deal. Like, if you've seen my videos with it, like once you land that, you just. Why is her miss not going away? You can almost just start like playing around with bosses. Like I took Nimrod, took Sasquatch, someone else recently. I can't even think of it. I just got to get this done. I got to stop talking. Hate invisible women. Also should read the node. Why am I hitting so Oh, it's... Yeah, the closer one. Gotta back away. Okay, please end this. Hurry, we gotta hurry. Not sure you read, but you took Neurotis with Venom Pool. Oh, very, very cool. Okay. I could see that.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
It wasn't unstoppable armor, but I don't think that would have been a problem. But
Oh my god.
Aaron, who I think I've seen on your streams and is a regular on mine, took Nimrod boss recently with Hood. He's
Okay.
been doing a lot of really cool stuff with Hood.
Hey, dude, could you give me the 2-second coach me up on Odin? Because I'm obviously not doing this properly.
Yes. When the leftmost icon is not actively yellow, throw more heavies.
Okay.
I would probably throw a special one at some point because he doesn't crit a lot, and you're going to want to get through Vulture's armor. Once you have the True Strike up, then just probably... for this one, you probably want to go to the special 3, actually. It's going to be... long enough. And then, in general, try to stay close, but,
Yeah, this is the... it took me forever to realize it's part of why my fights were taking so long. It's the one that puts weakness on you.
Okay, well then spam the special 2, because that's based on their health and not your attack.
Thank you.
Sure thing. It's also based on how many buffs you have up, so you can dex into it if you're having trouble keeping some of the other ones up, and that can add a few thousand.
I got too comfortable. I thought for sure I was going to make it.
Hood is good, easy. I like him a lot. I would rank 3 him pretty quickly if I had him as a 6-star. Hey, XNM.
I think that was the last path fight. Please be the last path fight.
Got a question about when part 2 of the conversation with Liser's coming out. You were aiming for next weekend, right?
Sunday, yeah, it should be Sunday, everyone. Like, my time has been... you can't beat time, let's put it that way, when you try to fight it, and it has been kicking my ass. But it should be Sunday. That was the plan. All right.
It's going so much better if I could dex.
Does it feel weird to say that while playing this game? Like, things would just be better if it would work. Or was that
It's
an
not
actual
as bad
you
as it
problem?
was in July, but it feels worse than December.
Yeah, the reason it feels worse for me is it feels like there's things... what am I doing? Don't try to be fancy. It feels like there's things that you can't foresee, like I'm not used to. Like it feels like something just won't work for a while. And then it will decide that it will start working again. In the same fight.
Avenger, I mean this with all due gentleness, like that's not helping.
Come on, crossbones. There you go, buddy. All right. Think we're gonna do it. Woo! That was the most stressful MCoC I've played in an extremely long time. Extremely long time. Yeah, that was the... Seriously, I've taken some boss fights in close wars lately, and those were nothing compared to that. Watch. Okay, it is done, right? Yeah, it just would have felt weird to like let those. I mean, they're not the most amazing rewards, but they are rewards used to rank up champions. I don't want to just let those go to waste, or like not take advantage of them potentially being there. Got those. Yeah, K Dub's here. What's up, dude? What's up? What's up, BK?
I'm gonna miss mine because Dex didn't work.
I'm sorry.
It's okay.
HUD equals good.
So annoying.
It is, man. Matthias, what's up, dude? Sorry, guys. Now I can finally read the chat a little bit. For those who didn't notice, we were like, I was really pushing it. All right, we're gonna do the be right back screen, refresh the game, and then let's see what we've got in store for us. We were talking about, is this is it? I don't think it's. I'm pretty sure it's not a boss rush. In fact, I'm pretty positive. But is it like a full side quest? I really don't know. I don't know if you were here earlier. I was like, this is why I don't do videos explaining side quests and stuff. It's because I honestly don't understand them. Like, if it wasn't for Karate Mike, there's a lot I would not understand that happens in the CCP server. He helps me out a lot. Yeah. Thank you, Champ Z. I like the confidence. I appreciate it. I could feel it. XNMF, what's up, dude? Oh, you asked the question about part 2 with Laser. Yeah. That'll be that I don't want to guarantee it, guys, but my full intention is to have that out on Sunday. So these are the deals. Let's see. They are thanking me for playing the game. I feel like they should do that more. You'll be missing out on stunning profile pics. Luckily, some summoners. Oh, okay, so they're going to add them to the store. Let's see what else. The Catalyst Vault is open.
Oh, is that the update there? That'll be nice.
So it's the same quest. You just get to pick what you want, like what class.
That's my understanding.
You guys want to see how this works? Let's check it out. And get with the program. Is Kabam really in a place to be talking to us that way? I'm not sure. I think they're trying to be clever, as am I. All right. So this is the... Yeah, so it looks like each week one will open up. Maybe let's do one. Let's try this first one, because today's the 9th, right? Made by Kabam Boo, Path to Hella. Yeah, let's check that out. It would have been cool if it was Lyser's, although Lyser chose Penny Parker. I don't know what Lyser was trying to do to us. Why? I'll have to talk to her about that. All right, let's see. Let's see what
You're
this
trying
is.
to personally traumatize.
Yeah, she was like, I enjoyed watching Vega struggle with Penny Parker. I'd like to see it live on stream. All right, so let's see what this is. What does this do? Catalyst. You can't auto fight it. Why can you not auto fight it? Am I still in a quest? Is that what's going on?
I don't know that I made it. All right, what can I do with $11.50?
Anyone have information on why you can't? What's up, work?
Is it just grayed out? I'm sorry, I was looking away for a sec.
Yeah, that's right. PWF, although there's a special directive where reward is chosen between 1 tier 5B or 1 tier 2A. Oh, is that the women's objective?
Yeah, I was going to guess what Richard Belding said. Because this is technically a new quest, you probably have to run it once, and then you'll be able to auto it.
Oh, okay. I'm sure no one wants to see that. So let's try this instead. Let's actually get the name so I don't call it something that people think I'm being insensitive. Prime Sentinel reprogramming. Let's check out the reprogramming and do this. Oh, looks like I have to have cards of some sort. Okay, which you probably get from doing things. Here's a Mephisto. Icarus. I thought we were trying to make our way to Hela. This isn't making sense to me at all. Is this making sense to anyone? Conflictor, power snack. You have to manually complete it first. All right, thanks, Jason. Appreciate it. Lefty, what's up? Autofight is under Inquest on the right of the screen. Oh, got it. What's up, Lefty? Thanks for being here, man. The boss rush? See, I don't think it is, but you know, that could just be semantics. Okay, so this is all Icarus. We've got a Mephisto. Okay. I don't have one of these things though, so I'm not. Oh, it's the chest. Okay, that makes more sense. That makes me feel better. That makes me feel a lot better. Let's go ahead and do this. Let's give this a try. We got to bring in Miguel, of course, and then his travel partner, his buddy. Someone's got to carry his bags. And Mr. Negative. I think Mr. Negative might be fun for this. Where is he? And then who was the boss? The boss was Scarlet Witch, right? So let's bring in Spider-Ham. And then I could swear I saw a Nebula. And I think Null. Null has some degen resistance, if I remember correctly. I think I do. I think I remember that correctly. Objective rewards aren't terrible. I like the health pool, and the women's event is... I feel like the health pool... Yeah, I mean, that's standard Kabam, right? If it's a female character, they have no armor, and their health pool is small. Also, so is their size. Anyways, I think DL must have left us for a bit, because I know he likes to jump in on that one. I know Eliza to be so vicious. Oh, she can be, K-Dog. Oh, she absolutely can be. Absolutely. All right. This feels like something for Mr. Negative here. Oh, they're incentivizing us to bring in female champions. And so, of course, I bring in an all-male team with a pig character. But that's fine. We'll make this work. Feeling a little badly about that. But I don't think anyone minds. I don't see anyone getting too upset about it. And I think that should take care of our boy Mephisto. He went away. Or is anyone else doing this right now? Do you know how you get the how you get those keys to unlock the other gates? I'd be curious. PWF is upset. Oh no. What are you upset about, friend? What is upsetting you? I'm pretty sure Null has degen resistance. Yeah, let's test it. Let's test it. We'll purposely see if we can get some degeneration going on ourselves. Mr. Fernandez. See Vega Rails. He has piqued my interest. Gotta wait for a good moment though to read the rest. Explicit misogyny. This has been my goal from day one. 7 years ago, I started out on a crusade. I feel like, yeah, the health pools are really low. I like it, though. It's making me happy. It means I can play sloppy, over-aggressive, and read the chat and have fun.
Around to miss something.
I bring nothing but males. Because you know why, Mr. Fernandez? I'm about representation and equality. I want everyone present, including our pig friends. The gate keys will be given out weekly.
8 foot tall, malevolent deities matter too, Cloud.
Spider-Ham has degen resistance too. Is it based on his...
The nonsense, yeah.
Yeah, so but I need sorcerer to have power in order to get those. I realize literally no one will feel badly for me, but this is one of the very few negatives of having a big account is that you it's just hard to keep track of everyone.
Yeah. I mean, going back to the alt, there's a reason I've become extremely familiar with Purgatory and Ronin's kits.
Yeah. You know what? If Purgatory doesn't get like an amazing buff, I'm almost single-handedly blaming you because they're gonna be like, look, there's this guy named DLL, and we've seen him do a lot of really awesome things. Clearly, Purgatory is good, and we're gonna be like, damn you, DLL.
I'm gonna be madder than anyone because I keep saying, yeah, when the stars freaking align, but what I keep saying is her kit needs consistency.
Oh, I did not know that. Is this just okay? So read the notes. Read the notes, everybody. I have two goals. One is the battle against misogyny that Mr. Clown has brought up, and second is to show that reading actually is helpful. And also,
Reading Rainbow has moved off of PBS.
Shoot. So Miguel is a really bad option for this fight.
Yeah, I need to read the notes too.
Yeah, and I'm getting a weakness on me, probably from being too close to her. I actually think that this is kind of fun though, is like trying to figure out what the node is while you're in the fight. Man. Okay.
So as I turned around, I got my sixth 6-star on the alt account, and I got Aegon.
Are you serious?
Yeah. I mean, I have no way to awaken him, but pretty freaking happy about that.
When do awakening gems start to come into the game? Do you remember? Like,
I think I have to something around beating Act 6.
So the champion?
Yeah. And I remember I've joked about that several times on my stream. I'm like, I'm not really sure I want to do that with Purgatory, guys.
I think as a community, we don't want you to, because that'll be the nail in the coffin. That'll be Kabam just being like, all right, we can't buff this woman. She's too good.
She can actually win a fight.
Yeah.
Can't possibly get any stronger.
Oh, man. Typical males never ask for... Yeah, actually, K-Dog, you're right. How I'm still refusing to read the node. I'm like, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to do it. That'd be a sign of weakness. Doing the smart thing would be a sign of weakness. I am not going to do it. Should we do it? I think it's pretty clear. I think it's pretty clear what it is. So how though? How? Is this just like an endurance test? I think our boy Spider Ham might be able to help us out here.
Something tells me there's a torch cheese in here somewhere.
Yeah.
So, like, if anybody's watching this worrying about clearing it, Torch probably handled it. At least, like, one of them on each path.
Yeah, and this was the other fights were not difficult.
Another thing that we will often assign to a difficult America Chavez, especially with this right back at him node, is the House of X pre-fight. So look for opportunities to use that.
I don't know why Spider-Ham, when he does the auto evade, still takes damage on the special.
Really?
I feel like that happens pretty regularly.
That's really weird.
Yeah. Also, I've somehow removed her... I could have swore she had protection on. And now she does not.
Are you running Pacify? She may have been stunned when it came back. Hey, Aiden.
All right, let's get out of the corner. So you knock her down, you remove protection, but she gains debuff immunity and weakness node. Yeah, but I don't recall knocking her down. Maybe I did. I'm still sticking with the K-Dog style of like, I'm not asking for directions. But if I die here, we will read the node. Yeah, but she's got debuff immunity, to your point.
Easy says, they could give us a female torch from one of the multiverses. Well, funnily enough, this is going to sound crazy, but America Chavez herself is the closest to that. She doesn't need debuffs to do damage, and she has that passive stun. She's a pretty good option against something like Right Back at It.
See, right there. I had the manual evade. I lost 12% of my health. The automatic evade. There's clearly something about his evade I'm not understanding properly.
Yeah, and it looked like some of it was white numbers too, not just red, because it would be one kind of broken if it was just, the red numbers still apply. But I swear I saw a white one in there too.
Same thing there. Like, if anyone knows what's up with that, I'd really appreciate an answer. Where's Dot? We should ask Dot.
Yeah, it says 100% chance to evade. Is it possible that it's just you're evading the first one, which is what's unblockable, and then blocking the next one?
I don't know, but this has been... I feel like that's been... I've just never really thought to look into it. But that's just how Spider-Ham has worked.
Huh. Oh, I think I'd missed all of the... I guess it's not a ton, but there are 6-star shards in the objectives as well. That is nice.
What's up, Mr. Thumbs? I'm doing very well. All right, we're finally reading the note. Come back. While below 30% health, American becomes supercharged. Okay, that explains some of what I felt like I was experiencing there at the end. Long distance relationship. Fair enough. Make a stand. The defender has indefinite protection. Reduce all damage received by... This goes on cooldown for when knocked down. When the defender's knocked down by a heavy or special attack, they become debuff immune. All right, so we pretty much had deciphered it. Let's see. How do we want to handle this? How do we want to do this? What's up, Naz? How you doing, man? What's up, Oakley? How do you want to do this? Torch with his pre-fight? Like if you're trying to save people potentially getting stuck here?
Probably. I'm going to open it up myself. I just swapped back over.
I'm trying to think how you... Kitty Pride did it, no problem. Kitty's the solution to everything. But yeah. Were you just never knocking her down, Aiden? Congrats on the win the other day. I'm at the office preparing for the students, so I'll have to look. Thanks so much for being here, man. Top Ray, that was a great war, dude. I had so much fun playing against you all. Just like I earlier in the stream, we were talking about the map that had been laid out, and I spent a few minutes trying to look at it. So I'm trying to just get better at that sort of thing, and seeing just all the traps, right? Like all of the traps that were laid out. Like how would you even go about attacking this map? Toffrey, for those of you who don't know who are listening, Toffrey is an amazing player, an absolutely amazing player. And I believe in BG3. I know he's at SSX. Yeah, he's got to be BG3 because he took out a couple of my defenders. Made my otherwise tough defense look like child's play. So yeah,
he tends to be one of our primary point and shoot kind of guys.
In fact, is Toffrey a mythic player? Does he have the mythic title?
No, but he did qualify for Legends runs, I think twice, without the recoil tree masteries, which is a pretty insane feat.
Yeah, it is. It is. Super Saiyan. Vega, I used Angela for this fight. Use SB1 to take protection off. Oh, that makes a lot of sense. That makes a lot of sense. You're also a very good player, though, Sam. But thank you. Vega is so generous because I looked at the map and said, "Oh, sassy boss." Well,
Mr. knows he can throw shade because it wasn't a perfect war for him.
Mr. Fernandez.
There's the irony in it.
Yeah, is I see. I want to make a joke out of it, and I can't. What's up, Jason? What's up, Jay Will? Kingslayer was here earlier, dude, and I told him that you'd be reaching out, and I'm sure if you guys already talked, cool, but yeah. So hopefully you get that all sorted, dude. Sounded like this isn't like a big problem. It's like a cool thing. All right.
Yeah, says got hit by karma for mocking my runs. That makes me very happy.
Where did Naz say that?
So ever since that one time where I was live streaming literally in the last 20 minutes doing the side quest, he has been roasting me constantly for the last 2 months about like, oh, you're going to get the side quest done? And I've been done for like 6 days ever since this last one come out. And he got kicked out.
Naz, how you doing, dude? I hope you're doing well. Mr. Clown. Yeah, Clownius had a great war. That's how it should be, Clownius. If there was any confusion, let's make sure that's how it stays, huh? Not everyone may agree with me on this.
I'd prefer in that particular matchup, they just both do well.
Yeah, how about they just both stay good? For those who don't know, Mr. Fernandez has accounts in both 4Loki and SSX. Ooh. Oh man, that's not going to go well. Scarlet Witch. Do not have that SB2 evade down. Eating Mediterranean while in my massage chair watching you play. Being you sounds really, really good. Okay. Immune to all forms of power manipulation and power snack. So every 7 seconds, this buff triggered by the attacker. Which is why I thought, bring Miguel. I didn't plan on getting him killed early. Every sentence, there's debuff. And then, so you can't just magic her, which is how I'm used to fighting her. If I'm, really worried about it. So how are you wanting to fight this
you want to knock her down with specials as much as possible, or have an active T-Gen counter.
Yeah. All right. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens. Why do you want to knock her down with specials?
Because that keeps her that removes her instability, so that she doesn't get to 6 and then put that D-Gen on you.
And it's only with specials?
I believe so, yeah.
I always forget with Ma that I have to knock him down with the heavy. Come on. Oof, she went. Does she go unblockable on all special 2s, or did I just get really lucky there with her? With her mechanics?
No, I think that's all special attacks are unblockable. Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's the node?
Yeah.
Cool. Does she not have... I'm realizing she's special locked.
Yeah, she can only throw her special 2.
Oh, wow. That's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, it means the you have to have the evade, but it also means the instability won't get as bad because you're not dealing with her spamming special ones.
Yeah, but the special ones is a significantly easier one to evade, for me.
Yeah. But as Sam is pointing out, that also means that you can push her red and just, do the bait heavy thing.
Oh, good point. All right. Let's see here. I wasn't planning on spending items for this, but it is what it is. Big guy, she only uses SPU, so just heavy. Don't let her use SPU. Yeah, good call, Sam. Thank you, buddy. Doing good, big guy. Had 2 really bits of good news today. Oh, dude, that's awesome. That is awesome to hear. All right. Let's see. Yep, looks like Mr. Sam's strategy worked perfectly. Thank you, Sam. That's great. So we got that news out for everybody, and they can check that out. That made a lot of sense. And so for anyone who's just not totally sure on what that was, is once we pushed her over to the second bar of power when she may have thrown her special, I don't know if you saw it, but I actually only did a 4-hit combo. I ended in the light. Can you do a full 5 and end in the light and still hold block in time? Or does everyone feel like you should stick with the 4?
You can hold block in time, but like I don't think it has the same effect on the AI.
Yeah. And the reason you're doing that is because like you're going to get block as quickly as possible. It takes you a little longer to recover from your medium, and the AI may interpret that as an opening. Obviously, none of this is like 100%, but you know, put the odds in your favor as best as you can. As you saw, she did not throw her special, and then we were able just to finish her off. So that's great advice. Thank you, Sam in DLL.
The AI is also more likely to heavy while you are blocking and less likely to special. And as we were talking about a little bit yesterday on my stream with Mysterio, the AI seems to mostly use the same spots to decide I'm either going to throw a heavy here or a special. Like they're often mutually exclusive. So that's why Mysterio can be so hard to bait, because every time you leave him an opening for a special, he's like, oh, cool, a place for a heavy. But that's also part of why that works, because you keep forcing the AI to throw heavies so they're not throwing specials.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense. These rewards are outrageous for what we just did.
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
Yeah. I assume we're not going to get those every time for every path, but that is phenomenal. And then what's this crystal? Metal and mutant. Let's go check that out. And then Lady Swole, what does that mean? What does swole mean to the kids these days? Does anyone know? Feel comfortable explaining
Strong.
that? Strong.
I almost said stronk, which would have just been halfway
okay.
towards another thing.
so just strong. All right. Let's open these up. Let's see what we got, and then we will get to. I think we'll get to the event quest, the monthly event quest. So swole means strong.
Okay.
Fair enough.
So you want it. You're eventually going to have to beat Chavez with a woman to get the objective.
Lady Tough. Should you guys want to try to go through? I'll leave it up to the chat. Oh, shoot. Okay, that means a poll. I can do this. Last time I tried to create a poll, it was a bit of a nightmare. Okay. Getting this set up, everybody. I believe we'll go ahead and put that out. I'm going to put up the Be Right Back screen real quick, just because I'm going to have a quick bite to eat. It's never fun to watch someone eat, unless that's the point. But I am still going to be here. We're not really going anywhere.
Unless that's the point.
Yeah. Well, no, because like Taters would do that sometimes. Like he would eat tacos on stream. But like that's what he was doing. He would like stop the stream or stop the gameplay and then do that and like kind of chat with everyone. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's a little bit different than me just sitting here like chewing gum in everyone's ear. Mr. Belding, I'm eating, dude. You just don't. I'm gonna spit out my food.
Hey, Campo.
Actually, GL,
Megan was complimenting your placement earlier.
his defense placement.
Yeah.
Oh, geez, that was amazing. Yeah, how do I turn off just me? And then we can open these crystals so people aren't just looking at the be right back screen.
And I don't know.
yeah. Dude,
As someone who has never streamed with a face cam.
I don't know how you set up your OBS, dude. Why are you asking me? Can't be that hard.
You have a face cam cover, you can at least make that black.
Mm-hmm.
My face cam has a little like window that goes over it. Whoa, Campo chose violence this morning.
What did Campo do?
Can I add a third option to the poll? Use Null in the Abyss for the Green Goblin Karina's challenge. God, Kingpin for Icarus is so stupid. Hey, Highline, how's it going? I know, right, Bean? Absolutely love Invade.
All right. Campo, this isn't the good deal that you were talking about in your awesome boost video, was it? I can't imagine this is. This feels like not that.
I actually haven't watched that yet. I've been meaning to, but my guess is that he was talking about the one at the end of Cav.
Yeah. Well, that too, but then he mentioned one that's like a few times a year, actually. All right, so which one the poll? Okay. Women's side quest. Okay, we're gonna do that. Let me see if I can change the title of the stream real quick. So people come by wanting the what's this women's quest called again?
Sentinel programming thingy.
I'm Sentinel programming. We're just gonna call it women's event.
I just blocked America's special one completely unnecessarily because I'm like, to prevent mystic dispersion.
Oh yeah, definitely, that's a good idea.
Although also my passive stun just didn't work. Why on? I remember we've talked about this before. Like sometimes Wasp just doesn't work, but that was frustrating.
I'm gonna head off, get to some work. All right, Nas, thanks for being here, man. Happy to hear about your good news. That's awesome. OG Highline, what is up, my friend? Thank you so much for being here. What's up, Slate? Aiden, Travis down. R3 Rogue, best champ in the game. 98 hits, 3-minute fight. That sounds brutal, but I get it. Okay, so if I'm understanding correctly, I need to do this with only female champions on my team. Only take the fight with. Take fights with females. What are the rules here?
You just need to beat the boss at the end of each path with a woman.
That's it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. But so, how do I get the items to continue on in the quest? Do we know this?
I don't think you do yet, but you can redo that path and beat America with a woman, and then it splits off, and there's another one for Hela.
So I'll do this one. I get what you're saying. Okay. So what's the deal here? Recharge while blocking and generate. Oh, I can't stand this.
But for those, you can just use like Corvus.
Yeah. Okay, so Corvus, and then what's up with Hela here? Chance to instantly regain 20% health just before being knocked out. Fair enough. Oh, so these are the fights that were created. I was trying to figure out why the main boss wasn't Hela. The defender rewards my power struck, linger. Wall blocking. So it's Kabam Boo's fault for recharge and invade. Strong one, okay. Wow. All right. What are we thinking here?
We need a second.
Yeah. Let's have fun with this in the beginning. Bringing along Corvus. And
Zakra is also fun for invade, but Corvus is usually plenty.
Yeah, the main one. I'm trying to figure out the rest of that team. That fight seems. Who did people use for that? Who are people using for that? Oh, PAW. Thank you. You already told me. You already told me that in the mail each week.
Ooh. All right. Wasp with House of X pre-fight is fantastic for Chavez, for anybody struggling.
I guess let's go to tags and see. Do they have it broken down into male and female? Are you able to do that?
Yeah, I think it's one of the early ones.
It's not under attribute, though.
Really?
What would it be under?
I swear it would have been somewhere.
Yeah. I mean, I guess at the end of the day, I could just look through my roster. It's not like that confusing. Okay, so we'll remove Cosmic here.
Weird.
And
Jonathan wants to see you use America.
That's actually yeah, I saw her, and I think we will bring her in for certain.
So the important thing against Hela is you do not want to get you don't want to ever throw your special 3, so don't bring anyone who relies on that.
I mean, we've got to bring along Kitty Pryde, I think.
Yeah, Kitty sounds fantastic. America's probably one of the better ones, because there's Mystic Ward, so you're not really going to be doing anything against Hela's Furies, but inverting them sounds pretty good.
Do I actually want Kitty to go unblockable?
I mean, you can win the fight that way, but not necessarily. I don't think so.
Yeah, I'm wondering if Kitty actually isn't that sweet for this.
I mean, it is a pretty darn good Tiger fight, too.
That means I have to play Tiger well, so that's going to be a problem. I think we're not going to go with the Kitty team. As much as I love Kitty, I think we're going to bring in a more diverse set, just in case things go wrong.
Yeah,
I'm going to plan on stuff going wrong here.
Player probably works pretty well.
Yeah, and I have her at rank 3. Just making sure I didn't miss anyone. I know Kabam gets a lot of crap for not having as many female champions in the game as males and a variety of things. But it has been interesting to me how many of my rank 3s are female. Like that, I was actually kind of
Yeah, I've thought about that a couple times too. I think it's
Yeah.
because so many of them are newer.
I wonder, yeah, or just like I wonder if they even pay attention to this stuff. That a lot of the females are actually pretty good. Like they're. I wonder if they're thinking that through. At least that's just the way it seems. Obviously, we're not running the numbers. We don't know the stats on it. But it appeared to me. I was like, oh, the ratio of the female champions actually being good in this game is pretty good. Let's put it that way. I said the word good a lot. This is month 1 of 48 requests for Vega to learn Tigra. There's another joke level there too, folks. I'll explain it in a second. OG Highland, shout out to my new... Yeah, dude. I saw you at that pool in the members chat. That was awesome. And I feel like not that long ago we talked about whether you should rank her because she wasn't duped yet or not. That's awesome. All right. Recharge auto while blocking. The defender generates 50% power a second. While the attacker is blocking, they generate 10. Both. Okay, so... All right. While both champions have 100% block penetration. All right, so let's see how this goes. I am beyond bad at this node. I am beyond bad. I hope everyone's looking for a good time of laughter, because you are about to have that. All right, let's see if we can get him to throw his special. I just can't fight the instinct to...
Does look a bit off.
Yeah.
You know what? My rank 2 Wasp got the Scarlet Witch boss down to 8% in 4 heavies, though, and then I messed up an evade because I wasn't really paying attention. So if anybody's looking for that option, there you go.
Well, can you repeat that one more time? Because I think we may have just had a stream disruption.
Oh, right. Yeah.
No,
I'm thinking about like the way that when my stream goes down, it's usually like only the video, and I can still talk to people, so I was stuck in that. But I was saying, whatchamacallit, out of... Oh, yeah, sorry, the Scarlet Witch boss, my rank 2 Wasp took her down to 8% in 4 heavies.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Highly recommend that if you're looking for a problem. And then I messed up an evade, but it would be a very easy solo if you're just a little bit better against Witch. She was great for Chavez, too.
Man, now we've got a okay, it's back. Cool. OG Highline definitely made up for a Squirrel Girl pull. Yeah. Yeah, Squirrel Girl. I feel like she's on the cusp. It's been a long time since I've played her. And if I had more time, I would go back and play her again. And because I'm a better player than when I did some videos on her. I mean, she was some of like my very first videos when I first started doing YouTube. And I don't think this means I can say this confidently. I'm a much better player than I was at that time. And I felt like she was missing a couple things. Like if they could just make a few changes to her, I think she could be quite a bit better. I also feel like, though, she came out at a time in this game where it was headed a very specific direction, and then they got a lot of feedback and veered. It's not the same as like Elsa. I think Elsa is a far superior champion, but I think Elsa was on the way to being an absolute star in this game. Like I really believe we were going to be talking about Elsa, maybe not exactly the same way we talk about Ghost, but in the same realm, let's say. Like in my champion rankings, I think Elsa was probably going to be a top shelf champion. But that's because like you were just getting so punished for taking hits in the block and things like that. And
on that note, check out Campo's Next War video.
Oh, really? Oh, I mean,
he brought her again.
Campo, though, honestly, the more I watch your guys' videos, the more Campo's starting to move his way into that like sweet like Karate Mike territory, you know, like MP Blaze, where I'm like, if Campo didn't explain everything so well, I would be like, okay, this is just you being outrageously good at this game. But the fact that he explains everything so well, and so you're learning so much when you watch his videos, makes me like, okay, I see what he's doing. All right, I appreciate that. This isn't just like a show-off video. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So. I think you'll feel it's not that far out of the realm. Like it's a really great Elsa showcase.
For anyone who's like, who is this Campo? And on my rankings team, go to the description of this video. DLL, who's on call, Daddy Longlegs, and Campo, both linked there. Seriously, guys, watch their videos. You'll get better at the game. Okay. So we're only going to get power. So this still has that recharge. We're going to get a power.
Elsa's not feeling grateful today. Immediately after I praised her, I got caught by her dashback twice.
Yeah.
In this... Oh well.
This fight really messes with how I would normally play America, but with the amount of damage we just did, I guess I don't need to worry too much about that.
Well, yeah, easy. People are using Squirrel Girl for the Medusa because she's one of like 3 options that work, and most people don't have one of them. But yeah, she can do good bleed damage for sure.
She absolutely can, and ironically, I soloed that fight again very early on in my YouTube career, and I foolishly gave the footage to another YouTuber. And I'm pretty sure I used my 5-star, who would be maxed out. I like the Squirrel Girl character from the a show I watched with my kids. DLO, why were you saying I don't want to throw my SP3?
Because Langor punishes you when you go down to exactly 0 power.
Learned something new today. I've never noticed that.
I have died to it, so...
There you go, guys. America Chavez, the best Mystic champion in the game. Proven, right there. No need to buff her. God, Kabam's going to use that. They're going to not buff Purgatory, and they're going to use that clip. They're like, that guy Vega has complained so much in the CCP server about America Chavez. Scarlet's very easy with Quake. Oh, that would make sense. I'm not a good Quaker. Miles Morales destroys Sigil Witch boss. Yeah, going invisible. That also makes a ton of sense. I had a lot of fun beating Miles Morales with in this last EQ with Professor X. Professor X it was almost like it felt like X was designed for that fight. What's it, Vega?
I know exactly what you mean.
Did you use him too?
Well, it's just almost led to a death. If you've seen that.
Got it. Sam, Vega.
That was just foreplay.
48 R3s and 15 female, so many good champs. Yeah, so that's what's weird. I was like, maybe because that's like a third, and I wonder if women make up a third of the champions in the game. Maybe they do, and so maybe
they don't.
They don't.
It's about 25%. Kat had a really interesting thread on that recently.
And I do know that they, I don't think they know exactly who we're going to rank up and all that. It's like, why rebalancing is existed now. But I'm just curious about that. It'd be if like one day when the game's over, it'd be a fun question to ask whoever was in charge of balance and stuff like that. Be like, were you guys mindful of this sort of thing? Was this something you started to take into consideration? Okay, I just did this fight. You think I would remember it, but I don't. All right, let's go in with Domino, see what happens.
I really think it is because a lot of them are newer, but I mean, I could be wrong.
It would make sense, like as power creep works in a game like this, right?
Right, and we also do know they miss, because I think out of the consensus is that in 2021 there were 5 misses, 6 if you count Jubilee. And if you count Jubilee, then fully half were women. Because Purgatory, America, and her.
So that's...
No, wait, sorry, never mind.
That's something I'm really excited about, though, is the concept of... Now that I'm close to a solo, I want to get it.
Yeah. Take your time.
Really thought that special would have done more damage. I broke my own little rule. Should be sticking with with the 4-hit combos. And okay, I think we're gonna get more damage on this one. Domino won't let me down.
Oh my god, the one thing that can't happen against Langar just happened against me. Hela came in, hit my block, gave me a little bit of power, backed off, and then Transducer dropped me to 0, and I lost half my health. There was nothing I could do about it.
I'm not laughing.
And I'm guessing that's exactly what happened to Daniel.
Yeah, I'm laughing with you now that you're laughing, not laughing at you. Zach, I just pulled my first version of Black Widow Claire from a 6-star. Clairvoyant? Dude, huge congrats. She is... I disagree, ultimately. You've seen my champion rankings. I understand, though, why her biggest fans are like, dude, she's got to be up there with Doom. She's as good as Doom. I think in so many cases, she's as valuable. So she's awesome. And as you know, DL, you haven't done the guide yet, right? But he has so much clairvoyant gameplay in war and stuff. She's amazing.
Yeah, I haven't done the guide on her because, like, I don't know. You have to, of course, balance who you make content on, and I feel like she's one of those where just a lot of the people who are willing to use her already know how to use her, or at least think they do, such that they will not watch my guide.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, we got to go with Boo Boo Bidoo. That is awesome. Oh, we're going Boo Boo Bidoo. And did we just get those rewards again? There's no way.
Some of it must have been the chest event.
All right. And then, so PJ was saying that they were going to come in the mail, but I'm not. Maybe they'll come later in the week. Does anyone else have get in the mail ways to get through this here? To get through the rest of the quest? Yeah, Bean, you know what's funny is like it's one of those really weird things, man, because as a content creator, as a YouTuber, and like, let's be honest, DL and I still have relatively small channels in comparison to the big channels in this game. We're still dealing with YouTube so much on, we'll put out, like I put out a Terax R3 worthy. I thought that thing was going to crush it by my channel standards. I really did. And it got off to a slow start. And I even put it like in my I have a members chat, and I even put it in there. I was like, look guys, it's got off to a slow start, but I bet in a week here, I think it'll be interesting to see. Nope. It just got crushed. And people who watched it really liked it. Like the thumbs up and the duration watched and the comments were all very positive. And people were like, oh, I didn't know Terax could do that. But it's just not that it's easy. It's not, I'm not saying it's easy for like Lags and those guys. Like they've worked their butt off and they deserve a lot of eyes. But I think you just got to be even more, I'm not sure what the word is, but like picky with how you put stuff out because you want people to see it.
Or if you put stuff out like that, you just have to know ahead of time that it's a sacrifice. Like I intentionally made the sacrifice of making that torch guide because he is so old and so good and so famous that like I knew the vast majority of people would just be like, why on earth do I need some moron to tell me how to play Torch? And I made it because I've run into a bunch of people who say like, I know Torch is good, but I don't get it. It's not clicking for me.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I've had that conversation with people so many times where I was like, well, then that's worth a video. And even if it doesn't miss as many people, or even if it doesn't hit as many people, then it's still worth it. Like I don't regret the time spent on it, but it is a trade-off. And you just have to make those at some point.
Yeah, and Pito, I realize you keep telling me the same thing over and over, and it takes a while, man. Sometimes I got to hear something like 15 times before it sinks in. Thank you for saying it. And I was like, he keeps saying the same thing over and over. I must be the moron here, and I definitely am. And I understand it now. I kept thinking that there was like different chapters that would open up, but obviously it's just one map. We'll get the things in the mail, be able to complete it as we go. Very cool. I really enjoyed that. I thought that was I thought that was fun. I liked how there's a variety of options. And then obviously that strategy of 4 hits, ending in a light, go immediate to block, and push the Scarlet Sigil Witch into her SP3. She never even threw it. Domino was able to take her out. I thought that was cool. I thought that was really, really cool. I enjoyed that a lot. And I like that there's
I just soloed her with Wasp the second time through. So
really?
It'll work for a lot of people.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And I like that you have to use female champions. I know there's always that debate. I'm not interested in having it right now about it, but I thought it was cool. You're incentivized to use female champions, the whole thing. I thought that was awesome. And kudos to, I don't know her well, but Padme. Padme spent some time on the Discord server there and on Twitter. I feel like I've gotten to know Kat relatively well, Discord and things like that. And then obviously Lizer. Lizer's amazing. So thank you everyone who participated. Oh, and Dragon. I think Dragon participated in that too. So, and I'm sure I'm forgetting someone, but thanks for putting that together. That's awesome. Have a good one, Bean. Thanks for being here, buddy. Spider one. Oh, you're putting out a video. Way to go. That's awesome. All right. Well, let's go ahead and do the EQ. Campo. Campo is used to dealing with me. He's like, Vega, I think it's spread out through the whole month. Oh, and going back, guys, because I do, this is how good this video is. If you are uncertain on like how to efficiently get boosts, or you find yourself like sometimes using units for boosts, or you don't have boosts and you wish you did, Campo's video is amazing for this. Like, I've been playing this game for whatever, 6-7 years, however long, and I still for war will sometimes find myself being like, crap, I got to spend 30 units to get this boost because I'm ready to go. I've stepped aside for my family or whatever. And just within like 3 or 4 days of watching this video, I was flush with attack boosts, all kinds of stuff. It was awesome. And it's just like by playing the game, just being efficient and smarter with how you did it. It is fantastic. Yeah, like I said, watch these guys' channels. You'll get better at the game. All right, let's go ahead and tackle this now. We can move into the EQ. Tech attackers with an indefinite fury. Whenever the defender tries to gain health while heal blocked. Okay. When attacker inflicts the defender with an armor break, the defender... Okay, so we can armor break or actually have a heal block. All right, fair enough. And where's the boss? Is it Nebula? It is Nebula. Oh, very tricky, Kabam. Because you don't want to be shocking Nebula.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't hurt you as long as she doesn't parry you, but that means you literally cannot use robots. There's no playing around it.
No. Wait, why?
Because, like, the first time you hit her, she has a high chance of going to 5 charges and all of your abilities turn off.
Great, yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, sure thing. But, like, yeah, clever.
Silver Centurion should be great for this, right?
Yeah.
Because he doesn't apply a shock.
Actually, he does.
But he won't get turned off. He's not a robot. You'll turn a lot of them into plasma. You can heal block.
But you don't need a shock immune. It's just if she hits you.
Yeah, dude. That's like when we used to do incursions and it was that like poison one. And I would always bring in like a poison immune champion and you were like, I don't know why you keep doing that.
Ooh, Surfer sounds super fun. I like that shout, Sam.
All right. So it's armor breaks and heal blocks, right? That's what we decided for this.
So this is the tech one?
Yeah.
Or sorry, it's tech but certain tags are better, right? That's what they're doing this month?
Yeah, I don't know. Again, like I said, I don't...
Oh, no, wait, that's next month. People are getting mad about next, so never mind.
I don't read this stuff because I can never understand it. It's just not... It's not me. You got to know... You got to play up your strengths. Play up your strengths. Know where you're weak, right? Shauna, did you see CGR for her? Oh, right on. Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm going to see Terax. I think it'd be fun to see Terax. Warlock is the GOAT. Nice. Let's go with some Warlock action. I used Herc in the Immortal phase. I like how you added that in. Thank you for adding that. Arc Overload.
I don't think it is this month, champ, because I'm looking at these globals and they're not mentioning tags. I'm pretty sure it has to be next month, though.
All right, let's try to storm through this. We're started early. I got a little extra time today. I set aside some time, so let's try to get through this. And I don't know if we're going to get to Omega Sentinel and Captain Britain. We did a lot of extra stuff today. But
okay, so the second quest has it, but the first one doesn't have tags? That is very odd. Oh, they split it. 3 classes this month, 3 classes next. Okay.
Yeah, Sam. I don't think I've ever seen Warlock hit this hard, and I've used him with recoil and full boosted in war. That was some hard hits. Chavez,
it's really stupid how he works on this.
When the champion's good, they're good. Chavez counter. Where are you facing Chavez? Oh, in the women's event. What did we end up deciding was good for her?
I liked Wasp with House of X best.
Yeah. What rank is your Wasp?
2.
Okay, so there you go. DL is pretty good at this game, though.
You do have to really stay on top of your parries and try and keep your distance stay open because you don't want her throwing heavies. That's when the fight starts to get away from you. But if you can just stick to heavies, like parry heavy, and that's literally the whole game, that particular team will get through pretty quickly. Yeah, I'm not surprised Kitty works, Aiden, but I rarely suggest Kitty because she's kind of like Tigra in that, anyone who A, has her, and B, is capable of using her, is probably going to reach for her without you telling them to. That's kind of my personal experience.
Okay. Oh, Campo headed out. I have to take my dog to the vet. Nothing serious. Okay, good. Thanks for adding that. Was it Nah? Nah just lost his pup.
No.
Seemed like it was a good run, though. But, yeah, that stuff hurts. It hurts.
It really does.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, this last Christmas was my first time home since they put one of my dogs down. It's kind of weird.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. I really am. Oh, man. I started thinking about dogs. It's been a while since we had to put my older dog down. Started thinking about it, and I brought in a champion who applies a debuff to fight Killmonger, so that's fun.
Well, he does have an armor break.
Yeah, I'd like to tell myself that that's what I was thinking.
Yeah, that works nice.
Would have helped if I could land the parry, though, huh?
As we've talked about, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Tigra sounds really good for that Hela. I just messed mine up by playing Langer poorly. If anyone is going to use Tigra, and I'm sure Troy can back this up, make sure you back up and block first. You want power before she hits into you, and you want enough power that Transducer doesn't take you down to 0. Because I had to learn that lesson twice, and then I just soloed her with Claire. Which is why I had Claire.
Mr. Belding, dude, that's the second time today you've almost got me to break out into song, and no one wants to hear me singing. That was a long time ago. I bet you most people don't. Do they still run that infomercial with Sarah McLachlan?
Decently enough, but I'm older than some of our viewers, too.
Yeah.
I am familiar with the...
In the arms of an angel?
Yeah.
Dude, Silver Centurion's so good.
Yeah, I love him.
That's usually something that one says right before they get him killed, but that would be on me, not on him.
Yeah. And I love that he has the passive heal block as well.
Yeah, I'm actually trying to show that off here, but I need...
Yeah, they just need to be healing. So soon.
Come on.
I love those overlapping timers.
I know. Was MP Blaze just had 3 of them at once? That's cool.
Yeah. I took Hulkbuster on Power Snack against you guys with Reed, and thankfully Hulkbuster's armor timer is separate, but Power Snack and Unstoppable Armor are on the same level. So there were 2 timers for 3 effects.
I'm not sure how I'm going to handle it, because I had a fight. Yeah, that video's come out where I was like, I'm just not going to pay attention to this. I'm going to do the whole fight stun immune. I'm not sure that's the best way to do that, though. But I'm not sure I'm a good enough player to feel confident that I'm going to be able to see the differences in it, or like, no, okay, Unstoppable Armor is the one that's close to stopping or to coming off the cooldown, where Stunning Reflections the longer one. That feels like more than I would want to pay attention to in a fight.
It is difficult.
What's up, Warwick? How you doing, dude? Buddy, what's up, man? Yeah, long story, but you came up earlier because of the name Buddy, and I was talking about MCoC buddies. Really not that funny of a story. Probably shouldn't have started down it. All right, Mr. Belding, y'all are welcome. Yeah, now that song's in my head, thank you. You are, yeah, thank you for doing that. Oh, how's it going, man? How's the little one doing, by the way? I know that there's some stuff up on, you put some stuff on Twitter with that, and I haven't been streaming as much, so we're not getting to chat quite as frequently these days. Instead of trying to show off the passive heal block, I'll just have the regular heal block. You know what? I had a question for you. It was the EQ, and one of the things that I was kind of enjoying with Silver Centurion was, I'm saying his name like Blaze does, is just medium.
Uh-huh.
It felt like it was doing good damage, but I don't know how much of that's because, like, it felt like that might be even a superior way to play him when you're locked on, because it's not giving the defender power, so you don't need to worry about specials, which can be kind of part of the problem, right? Because then you have to back off to bait the specials and then you lose your lock on. I don't know.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it just felt like a nice, solid output, but obviously, as you see, like, I had 10 Furies, so it might be a little misleading.
Yeah. I like him, but it's still mostly through Strands' gameplay, because like mine isn't duped, and that just unlocks a whole nother access to him, I feel.
Yeah, it does. I not that I think he's worthless without dupe, but I think that is such a big thing. It makes all the rest of his kit really worthwhile, even for a big account.
Yeah, like on my alt account, if I had not pulled Nimrod and Mysterio as 2 of my first 6 stars, then I would happily rank a Silver Centurion, and he would get a ton of stuff done for me. Like, he's fantastic, but on my main account, it's just not worth rushing.
I cannot believe how many times Stand Your Ground has helped me out in this stream. No, dude, that might be a new... it's become one of my default settings, actually. Default masteries. But I used to never run it. I never used to run it. And it's really nice with streaming where you're just not paying quite as much attention.
Yeah, I run it all the time.
Worthless knowledge here. Did you know Sarah McLachlan has never watched this? See, that's interesting, right? Because let's go ahead and dive into that. And I'm going to assume that what you're saying is true or accurate in that she has said this. And yet, that would mean that she's aware of the commercials and has chosen to never see them. And so I'm curious, did she say why? Why she has never... Because, right, like if someone says, like, oh, have you seen this? And you're involved in it, chances are, like most people, you're going to go and take a look at it, right? So that's a lot of temptation. I feel like she has fought off there. Very curious if she has said why she hasn't watched it. As a Canadian, I apologize for both that McLachlan earworm and Justin Bieber as a whole are bad. It's okay. It's okay. You guys have made up for it in so many other ways, right? Like Ryan Reynolds is Canadian, right?
Plug for Rush.
Yeah, and isn't Hugh Jackman Canadian, or do they just hang out a lot? I'm curious.
That I don't remember.
If anyone knows that. That song is 29 years old. Easy Nebula Crush with Red Max. Yeah, Red Max. That would have been a good shout. Little One's good.
I'm using Punisher 99.
You are?
Not for the lane in general. Would highly recommend it.
Yeah, that would make O's fan very, very happy. Well, hold on. Mr. Bill asked about his kid, so that's important. Little Ones are good. Good routine. Oh, good. That's such a morning routine is so helpful. Oh, overall routine. That's not just a morning routine. That's a whole day. That's awesome. The 3 and the 5 are testing boundaries now. Now the end of the defense. As they should. One of my favorite things to say to my kids is like, I absolutely love this. Like, whatever about your personality is making you challenge me right now, do not ever lose this. As you get older, right? Like as adults, we start to like be like, well, I shouldn't say this, I shouldn't say that, or it's okay if I get less. But it's not true. You got to stand up for yourself, right? But I'll tell them like, do not ever lose this. But right now, if you could stop doing this to me, I would really appreciate it. And they always they always stare at me like, what the heck is Dad smoking right now?
Okay, thank you, Bugman. I almost said that, but I really didn't want to be wrong.
What?
Jackman is Australian.
Okay. Well, there's other good Canadians. I know it.
Buddy says I recently switched over to running 5 out of 5 and stand your ground, which is completely useless because I never get hit by a heavy. Yeah, you and me both, man. That's what I always say about stand your ground. You don't want it to matter. You never want it to matter, but it matters way more than you want it to.
You know what? I made my video on him, and I talked about the Man-Thing synergy, and I forgot that I don't have it right now.
Oh, yeah. That's the unstoppable one, right?
Yeah, when he throws his heavy. It's really nice for him.
Yeah. Looked amazing, especially with the indestructible.
Mm-hmm.
That was a cool video.
Thanks.
Again, I know Vega already mentioned it, but if anyone hasn't watched that one, go check it out. Terrax is sweet.
Yeah, thank you. It was one of those ones where you're like, I'm going to put a lot of work into this. Champion reviews, that they're not always going to hit, but you put a lot of time into them.
Right. Because you have to know what you're doing, or why even start.
Yeah. You know what? I probably shouldn't have thrown that one. Because now she's unblockable.
I really cannot recommend Punisher 99 with the Captain America Infinity War synergy enough on this. Try him on the recharge lane, because I don't think you've done that one yet. You literally just sit, block there to a special 2. It puts that giant armor break on, and I'm finishing fights out with like 30k mediums.
You know what's weird, dude, is, she is unblockable, but I've found that's like the 3rd time that's happened. And I've even started remembering to end combos in light. I cannot back up in time. She's recovering so fast.
Yeah, like that's one of those things where, yeah, you want to be able to time everything perfectly, but I think that's a really good point, is that if you ever find yourself getting hit, shorten your combos.
Yeah, I'm wondering if I should have just shortened all the way to like a 3-hit combo. Like if ending in a light just is not enough. I feel like I'm going to die, so we're not going to get to test it.
Oh, Legacy's Canadian. That's fair.
Yeah, he's a good dude.
Another treasure.
He is a good dude, man. He's a good dude. Being in his BG the last, I don't know, however long, he's a really good dude. You would think he would be a bit of a jerk, but like someone will just join the alliance and ask like, I don't know, a question like, hey, how does this work? And he like totally answers it. He just, I don't know. Yeah. I know that sounds like, well, of course he's just a nice person, but like I would think in this game, as good as he is, as long as he's been doing it with the YouTube channel the size that he has, he was very involved in line, and he even joined a war. I needed to get to something. I badly had to get to something. It was against you guys, against SSX, and I was supposed to take the boss, and we were doing a boss rush, and something happened. I'll explain it in the video, and I was all boosted. I took down the mini boss. So I was changed my masteries to go in and take the Sasquatch boss. And we weren't going to be able to get the node cleared. It was the hazard shift.
Yeah.
We just weren't going to be able to do it. Like, it's a very hard fight. It's a very hard fight. And you guys set up a tough defense. And I don't know how, but they must have called Legacy like on the phone. I have no idea. But he had messaged, and Lizer was like, Lagos should be online in like 10 minutes and get it all cleared. And he did. He just came on, cleared it all. And again, I understand none of that sounds like amazing stuff, but I think it's pretty cool that he treats everyone that way in this game.
I think his heart has always been in the right place, and he got famous so young.
Yeah.
That he just learned a lot of lessons really quickly. And yeah, he seems like a really great dude.
Yeah. It's kind of similar to like young athletes, you know. Like I understand that it's different in that not like millions of dollars and stuff, but still a scenario where people are adoring you and you've got a lot of attention at a very young age. Okay, so that probably wasn't a good time for me to do my like mediums because I really actually want the power to refresh the heal block. I think he was good. I think that was I'm not going to go back and do it again, but I think it'd be fun to show that full fight with him because you can see a lot of his versatility there, being able to get his passive plasma going on a champion like that, and the heal block, and then we used the his slow earlier in the lane. He's an awesome champion, guys. Like I think you get him awakened. If small account, big account, medium-sized account, I think he just makes a lot of sense. So you can only do one path in the Women's Quest. No, Kimbo, we were able to do two, but it's just like one quadrant of it. It's just one map. That's what I struggled to figure out. Eventually, everyone was able to make me understand. It's just one map, and then it sounds like we're going to get tokens or whatever the ticket to unlock the gates is. We'll get those in the mail over the course of the month. You can do two of the paths. And then there's an objective where you want to make sure you beat those two, kind of like, they're almost like mini bosses with female champions. Keanu Reeves is Canadian? And Aiden. Oh, Aiden puts it over the top. Canada's obviously awesome. I did not know that about Keanu Reeves. He seems like a really awesome dude. Talk about people who really could have total jerk complexes and don't, based on everything we know about the guy.
So Tigra smacked Nebula, but you do need to be a little bit careful because I was today years old when I learned that her self-repair ability is immune to ability accuracy reduction. She did go unblockable a few times.
Is that new? Is that something they added? Is that like a Magneto? I'm sure we're all noticing Tech is getting some anti-Magneto love.
I think that it wouldn't help against Magneto because her regen rate would still be reversed. But
Good point.
Yeah, I do think that's probably a new anti-tech or an anti-mutant in general thing.
I feel like I'm still just going to use Nimrod for this. And
I might be alone in this because I know that like people don't want the UI more cluttered, but I kind of wish that with CaviQ especially, there was a replay option in addition to a play next option. Because sometimes I just want to play through that quest 3 times right away without changing teams.
Jesus, this is why I don't ever explain Kabam. What? Like, I appreciate that they try to like be cute and clever and stuff, but sometimes like just be to the point.
Right. So you want nullify or armor breaks or armor shatter or ability accuracy.
But they've got to have this tag of dimensional being Illuminati.
or Mystic.
Okay. Whatever.
Yeah. You gain Furies if you pick from those specifically, but it looks like basically just as you dex their specials, you nullify.
Okay.
So odds are they're probably going to gain armor ups one way or another, and you're just going to kind of want to keep dexing their specials and or bring in champions that armor break or nullify.
Thank you. Thank you. All right. There we go. He does many of those things.
Yeah, Richard Belding. You only get the cross fights with the tagged champions. That's the compromise they struck.
All right. Let's see how disastrous it can get with this team that was not thought out at all. Yeah, let's have fun. Let's have fun. So many words. Yeah, PWF. Like as soon as I saw tactical or whatever, like obviously they were trying to be clever, and I appreciate it. It's just
I actually enjoyed that on the forums, but in game, it doesn't quite land the same.
Yeah, if you don't have a DLL in your ear, it's really annoying. If you have a DLL in your ear, you're like, oh, good. I think I understand. Did not get crossfight with my mystics here. I did with my hashtag champions. Yo, DLL and Vega. Did I with you?
Hey, how's it going?
Haven't heard you both on call in a while. Yeah, man. I'm trying to stream on Wednesdays. I had a nice change in my schedule, and so it looks like Wednesdays. But DLL has been super consistent and on it. It's been awesome.
Yeah, BT shows up quite a bit. I think my time doesn't line up perfectly with him. He often gets there towards the end, but
okay.
Yeah, it's been good having him. It annoys me that Nimrod can't remove Sinister's regens. I don't understand why not. Oh, so sorry.
Can't remove the regens. Yeah, I hear what you're saying. But yeah, I mean, I wish he could, and honestly, I actually kind of forgot that he couldn't. But I was wanting to. Oh, you know what? I don't have Kitty on this team, so I'm not ramping him up. I was like, oh, I'll ramp him up.
Yeah, but I guess it's also the thing is that in a way, it's almost a benefit. Like, I'm not sure. Yeah, actually, I'm not sure I would want them to fix it because the passive shocks he can't transfer, but if he was constantly placing active shocks, Sinister would be a very dangerous fight for Nimrod.
Yeah. Oh, dude, you know what? I know I've been saying that I don't like Nimrod for Bishop. I've been working on. I kind of just accidentally in trying to play the game a ton and catch up the last couple of days. I may have figured out a strategy to help out with it. Doesn't make it. It's not foolproof. Obviously, war nodes can really influence it.
Mm-hmm.
But I think there's a way to kind of go about managing the issue. It's a slow play. Why am I having so much trouble finishing this off? True potential, CGR. Probably answering someone's questions. Is it odd we were talking about in the pub last week and I said... I'm missing some of the conversation for sure. And that's okay. That's okay. I always like it when the chat talks to each other. Vega, I can confirm this with Legacy. I've been for Loki for a year, and you describe him exactly. He was super cool. Yeah, Sam, that's a great example, right? Just nice guy. Just really nice guy. Holy crap. Sinbit Supreme is such a cheat code for this quest. Ran through the whole path with him. 1 SP3, 1 SP2, sub 2 minutes and no specials. For this version of the side quest? The event quest? DC Simple Revolution. I am sorry. Nimrod is... I think he's even better than than I thought he was initially. And again, like, I've been on this guy. I was lucky enough to pull him very early. DL, what do you think, man? Because the rankings are going to be coming out soon. Is he top shelf now?
The more I've played him, the more I've decided he actually not only benefits from, but I think he actually needs his SIG.
Yeah.
Because playing him on my alt, where he is unduped, but like a similar overall power level relative to where that account is, I feel the lack all the time. There are so many times where I'm like, you know what would make this fight way easier? Unblockable specials and these energized buffs lasting just a second longer.
Yeah, man. I was happy to get to show, and I'm realizing this node has limber. This is a limber lane. I didn't realize that when I first started. The SP1, getting the energy vulnerability up, and then you get that really delicious energize. It's a thing, dude. It is a thing. So
yeah. And then gaining double charges against mutants is obviously just amazing.
Yeah. What do you think, though? Top shelf?
I think I would put him top shelf if duped. Because then, like, you know, as we talked about, we've actually discussed this a couple times with the Cosmic class. It feels like Kabam is throwing more and more things into the game that cause unblockable and especially unblockable specials to be very important.
Mm-hmm.
And so I think that that's kind of like the edge he has that takes this energy damage dealing, double immune, high shock damage, high passive shock damage, anti-prowess, anti-regen monster from being a like rank him if you have trouble with those fights, or more accurately rank him for when you have trouble with those fights because they're not going anywhere, to like, yeah, this is just going to be one of your go-to tech champions everywhere.
Yeah. Now,
so I think I'd put that sticker you put on him, but yeah, I think top shelf.
Yeah, because I think that's what this month's rankings are going to primarily be about. Because, well, we do have Karina's now. I don't know. I was pretty much just thinking this month would be about the promotion of probably Miguel. Yeah. And Nimrod. Of course, we got to talk with the rest of the crew. So it's nice to actually be able to talk with you instead of just being over type. So you're saying for Nimrod to go up, you said need the SIG. Now you were saying that to go up to top shelf though, right? Not
right. I think his
people need to have him awaken.
His niche is so good on its own.
Yeah.
That I think he's super premium without him.
Okay, cool. Because I think we just got that question about, do I need to have him awaken to use him or to rank him? I think
right. I would rank him without it. It's just that, like, with it, I think depending on the account, I would recommend him above Warlock and above Ghost even. Like, just because he's so strong with where the game is going. But without it, if you have those, like, more traditional amazing tech champions, then I think I would go with them first.
Wait, hold on. I want to make sure I understood that correctly, because I think that sounds like a pretty bold statement. Do you mind repeating that, the relative to Ghost and Warlock part?
So this is again for certain accounts. If you are really good with Ghost, if you have Wasp, if you have Kitty, like if you have a bunch of her things, if she is answering the challenges you need answered right now, like the high attack values in content, if you're planning on running her in war and you're in a place where she's not banned all the time, like then sure, take up Ghost because Ghost is Ghost. But if you have a duped Nimrod and a duped Ghost, and let's say they're both SIG 20, that's another thing, and you are in a place in the game closer to like where Vega and I are, where you have most content done, you're playing in high tier war, so you don't really get to use Ghost much anyway, and or when Ghost isn't banned, there are Ghost players in your VG, then I think for your personal account, a duped Nimrod is more valuable right now.
Got it. Okay, so yeah, that's why I was doing a bunch of stuff, so I didn't catch all the nuance there.
There were a fair number of qualifiers.
Yeah, qualifiers and stuff. Yeah. I thought, because at the end I heard like better than Ghost and Kitty or something like that. And I was like, ooh.
Yeah, that clearly threw Bubby.
Yeah. That's the thing though with Kitty, man, is like I don't feel like there's a node or a situation in the game where you're like, you need Kitty for this. Or like, Kitty is going to be the best. She just does stuff, especially if you're able to play her well, that is extremely difficult. Where like Nimrod's going to handle portions of this game for you.
Yeah, I saw somebody taking, you know, the kinetic transference mojo that you end up taking so often.
Yeah.
With Kitty.
Jeez Louise.
It was a very cool fight.
Who was it? That's got to be a great player.
Yeah, but they were doing stuff like, you know, perfectly timing the dashes during the special too.
Yeah.
So that you were phasing the beams and nothing else, but like the exact right amount of pause between them. Like there is a lot going on to making her look like the best option. But I think often kind of going where what you were saying, even sometimes when she looks like the best option, she may not be. It's just that that person is so comfortable with her that like, yeah, that'll work.
Was kind of just doing this fight just to see what'll happen. I think Cersei may actually have too many buffs for Man-Thing to deal with.
Especially with the glancing causing problems.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I think you can get away with it as long as you don't need a special 3, though. It just may be slow.
And that's what's happening, right? She's glancing that SP2 because I'm not even nullifying my own pustules. For those who don't know how Man-Thing works, that's what the yellow debuff, let's call it, on Cersei is those pustules.
Yeah, Legacy is absolutely on point with Kitty. But I think even in war, he might disagree with me, so big grain of salt here. But I think the reason that Legacy ends up taking Kitty to war is because he's such a good player that he can make her kit work in enough places that it makes pathing easier for the officers. And they're just like, okay, well, we could send people with the perfect counters to these 8 fights, or we could send Legacy.
Yeah.
And he will just handle all of them where somebody else would have died 7 times.
I got impatient. Was hoping to land a heavy. Yeah, I mean, obviously Lizer's not on the call, so we don't know exactly how she's handling it, but that's how it feels. Like, Lags wasn't even supposed to take that fight that ended up clearing me so I could take the boss, because I was like, guys, I gotta go. Like, I just have to. And it was a boss rush, so it was actually pretty important that we got the boss down before the next morning. And so they just were able to call him, like, you know, Batman, basically. And he took a fight that, like, once you saw it, you're like, oh, okay. I can see how that works. But I bet you a bunch of people are going to watch his war video and try to do that and die in war trying to do it.
Right.
Because
you were complimenting Toffrey earlier.
Yeah.
We do a little bit of the same sometimes with Campo and him, but honestly, especially Toffrey. We're just like, it's Toffrey. He has a rank 4 Apocalypse. He'll figure it out.
Figure it out. And he does. That's the thing.
And he does.
You kind of get that sense in MP Blaze's war videos too. Like if you're listening to what he's saying, and I even asked him once, I was like, "Do you just take your like whatever fight you want? Like the way it's not the exact words, it's like the context to it. It almost sounds like he's like, and then I got to this fight and I decided to take it." You're like, that's not usually how it works, but okay.
Yeah, no, Blaze. I love talking to Blaze. He's a great guy. I mean, some of the stuff he does in his vids, I'm like, yeah, that's really cool. I might have eventually come up with that.
Yeah.
But I'm kind of amazed you just did it in war. Like, there was one recently that I really loved where he was taking that Man-Thing on node 20 that's been such a problem for so many alliances, and he perfectly timed the heavy counter with negative
Yeah.
For that retaliation hit to be the 10th hit that procced the armor from the chitin charges, and that let him not get tagged by the unstoppable because it created distance.
Jeez.
And that was like what the fight hinged on. Because if you, I mean, I know you watch at least most of Campo's videos. If you know, he died to one of those in War 2 because literally Man-Thing went unstoppable once and then just won. Like the fight was over in 2 seconds. And so what Blaze did with negative removed that risk, and that was all he needed to win the fight.
That's crazy. I fell behind just because of how the last week or so has been for me. I fell behind on war videos, so I saw a lot of these things out of order. Just by virtue of like what my watch later list was. Yeah, and I assume everyone does that. Like you make a playlist of watch later. BK, cheers from NYC. I thought this was a recording. No, we are live, my friend. Thanks so much for listening in. I appreciate it though. I really do. Just how many SP3s? That's seriously, I know. That I did not foresee that interaction, but then once we got into the loop and DLL was even talking about it, there's probably gonna be a lot of SP3s.
It can be tricky.
Yeah, it's just I didn't think about the glancing. I mean, there's a reason why she's a moderately tough defender. Larry's probably already gone, but thanks so much for stopping by, Larry. Thanks so much for stopping by. All right, Nimrod. I brought in Nimrod for this fight. That was the whole reason to bring in Nimrod. Rich get richer, so he's going to be gaining some buffs. Combat, deja vu prowess. If we get into Blitz, we should be able to use that to our own advantage. Bubble shield, keep an eye on that. Divine barrier, so this is the mystic, so I can see why they would put this. Defenders under the effect of unstoppable become stun immune. This includes unstoppable effects triggered outside the node. Oh, there we go. The duration of this buff is reduced for each prowess buff or passive the attacker has. Okay, well, let's see what happens. It's when CJ destroyed the mystic. I did a video like that too, like where other mystics fail, CGR does not. Oh, I thought see, this is why reading, guys. Reading can actually be helpful. I thought this was that node where if you're far away from the defender, they don't get it.
Oh, it's just the buff toggle. So
yeah.
He just freaking gets it.
He just gets it. Although now, oh yeah. I was like, now I'm unstoppable. That's part of Nimrod's kit. I was so ready to be upset though.
So it was so weird, guys. I was using Human Torch against Sunspot, and then all of a sudden I was landing Incinerates, and I was, I don't know, maybe I like stole his ability. No, I'm kidding.
This stupid game, all these bugs.
APOC does go Incinerate immune from Mephisto's aura. The trick is surviving 16 ticks of it, because that's 8 seconds.
All right. Oh, that was funny. Oh man, I've only got 2 charges. I'm making myself laugh so much here. That let's do the SP3. Let's show it off. DLL and Strands have been showing that off lately. Let's show off the SP3. I don't know if his unstoppable would matter, but we've got 10 protocol charges. Let's see. I don't think this will finish him off, but let's see how much of the secondary damage there is. So that'll happen after the SP3 animation. Check this out. That's not bad, right?
Yeah. I do wish his regen was a little bit stronger.
I wonder what that's going to be like at SIG 200, though. You know what I mean? Or you're like, no, I still wish it was stronger.
I think I did the math, and it's like 1.85 times the total effect.
I think this will do it. That felt like a cheeky little play.
On...
Nimrod.
missing health. Okay. And it's 12.5. Like, Meta was making fun of me on my stream, but what was it? I do always have a calculator nearby because this is also where I tutor.
Well, you've also got your phone. You've got your phone, so you've always got a calculator nearby.
Right. But he heard the clicking.
Yeah.
It's so ultimately at Sig 200, he'll get back about 23% of what he's missing.
Yeah, so that's not amazing.
Yeah, so like if you're at 20% health, you'll gain back 19 or 20% of your total health. You can use it to go from like 20 to 40. But if you're at 80% of your health, you'll go from like 80 to 84.
So for anyone who's curious, hopefully there's people out there who are, he's such a great example for me on why the emoji on the rankings on if they're suicide or recoil tree friendly or not is so tough to do. Honestly, DLL and I and everyone on the rankings team, we spent so much time going back and forth on this because, like, technically he's friendly in that he's poison and bleed immune. However, you see how much you're throwing your specials with him. His heal is not immense, so it's like, what do you do with that? You know, like,
yeah.
What did we ultimately decide on? It was like, we went with it as long as you don't need to be an extremely high level player to not die because you're running recoil or something like that.
Right.
Do you remember?
That feels like such a weird qualifier
It does.
because you can do that with almost anyone.
I know.
Like, you can... Sorcerer Supreme is somebody that people constantly say, like, I didn't rank her up because I'm running recoil all the time. But, like, you can win fights with her just throwing special threes.
You know who comes up a lot too is Guardian. In fact, someone always comments about Guardian. And yeah. I myself will run him with recoil sometimes because I know what they're talking about. And it's like, yeah, but dude, if I put that out there and then someone doesn't know and then they rank up Guardian and they try to run him through a whole quest and they make like 2 mistakes, they're not going to make it. Like, they're not. I mean, unless, whatever. The whole chat doesn't need... If chat has an idea on this, though, let us know. Because, I mean, that's ultimately what the emojis are for, is to try to get the information out for people. What's up,
My
Lord Guard?
impression of Nimrod's heal is that it's more like Guardian's. It's because he has such a parry-heavy play style, it's to recover chip damage.
Yeah.
If you're using it on recoil, you're not using it on chip damage.
Okay, so this is basically just use a mutant and hurt locker. What's the actual boss? So she's gonna get a... Oh no, I'm gonna get power game.
Do you dislike Sorcerer Clown?
What's going on? Haunted. I have no idea what the heck is going on. The defender takes 100% less damage while they have less than 3 buffs applied to them. These buffs... Okay, so this looks like one of those nodes where if you don't read it, you could actually get stuck.
This is the... I mean, Phoenix will gain buffs.
Yeah. But we don't want to be nullified. What they're trying to do is prevent us from bringing a nullifier, I assume.
Yeah, this is like the one I have in map 8.
What the heck is going on? When the defender dashes back, the attackers falter for 3 seconds. All debuffs.
Oh, that's the one they put on the Ghost in Summer of Pain.
Are then purified and granted for free. I literally have no idea what the heck's going on. I'm going to actually have to just do the fight.
Okay, don't use a miss counter is what that means.
So don't use Professor X.
Right, because it reflects it while faltered.
Okay. All right. Whatever. We'll get there and we'll figure it out. As long as it's not one of those ones where we could literally get stuck at it. That I wouldn't want that. Oh, DL, you know, man. With as long as we've gone, I'm sorry we didn't do this earlier. Would you mind linking your channel in the chat so that we can Get that up there for the people.
Yeah, see, like, this is kind of what we're talking about, because Contest Scorer says special 3 on the armor mode, and you will heal after every special. But if you're running the recoil tree, then that heal will be blunted by 30%. And you'll be using it to make up for the fact that she's taking recoil damage, rather than the way originally intended in her kit, to use it to allow you to, like, block difficult specials or heal up chip damage. So it's a difficult thing. Like, I think that when deciding the question of is someone friendly to the recoil masteries, it's better to focus on harder content. Because if, like, the thing we always go back to is if you're a really good player and you never get hit, and you manage things properly and use more special 3s and just make do without the extra utility of the other specials, you can use almost anyone with those masteries and be successful.
It's
you just don't want to give rank up advice to a given person who's asking for your help as though they were Karate Mike, right?
Yeah, like ultimately that's the concern. Maybe we're overthinking it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
The whole point of that video and stuff is to be helpful. All right. Mr. Fernandez is back. Oh, which reminds me, if anyone, because some time has gone by, if you're wondering who the voice on call is, it's DLL. His channel is linked in the chat. I highly recommend checking it out.
At the moment,
yeah,
I've been doing mostly streaming for the past couple days, but I think you and I are both doing war videos tomorrow, so that'll be good.
Yeah, that should be my schedule. War video tomorrow against an excellent alliance, SSX, and then actually the rankings video I think may actually come out on Friday. Then probably another war video on Saturday, and then the second part of the interview with Lizer, where we actually do get in more and more to, like, of course, the whole first part of the interview, the whole thing. I mean, she's a woman, so everything about her experience is her experience as a woman. But more of the questions are about, stuff like you hear about just off-color comments and
some of the
things
stuff
like that.
addressed in her excellent tweet thread.
Yeah, I really liked hers. I know it's hard, right? Because these things make people angry. They can make people understandably angry, but I feel like she didn't bring anger to it. It was more like inspirational, and I really liked that.
Thanks, Contest Score. That's funny. BT, I may be streaming later. I need to figure out, because I am still a musician, so I need to make sure I get my practice in. I'm probably going to have to hop off soon to do some of that. But then, if I can fit it, I am hoping to do some of the Illuminati Realm of Legends run.
You've been streaming the Karinas, haven't you?
Yeah, I did the Revolution one in 2 streams last night.
Yeah, I caught the end of that.
You're going to have a good time with that, because you have even if he's not ranked, you have a fairly high sig Ragnar at this point, right?
No.
That's why you haven't ranked him.
He's only
pulled him.
Yeah,
he's one of those.
He's like only like 660 or 680, which might be you're like, dude, that's high sick.
Not for you, I know.
Yeah. Well, especially because I played the Prestige game for so long. I think he's someone that a lot of people would assume I have as a ranked 3 Sig 200, and I don't. I held off on him, for he was like a sticking point for me for so long. I was like, no, I'm not doing it. I'm like, sure, find a replacement. I'm not doing this. And then now, I don't know. I'll probably just boost him. I don't think I'll rank 3 him. I think I'm at rank 2. I don't know what I'm going to do there.
Yeah, thank you for saying that, Aiden M. Because I meant to respond to Aiden E and say, everyone who's taking this Phoenix boss, make sure that you realize it's not the normal buffed up, it's buffed up defender. She has to have 3 buffs on her. If you take her with like a normal Phoenix counter, like a Mystic or something, and you use like Doctor Doom and you're constantly nullifying her stuff, you're gonna do 0 damage.
Is that going to become a new part of like champion reviews? I'll be like, and this champion will be great for when you fight them on defender buffed up. You should be happy they're in the game.
They can never put that in war, because then we'll just put a red guardian on it.
Yeah.
And they'll do 0 damage for the entire fight. And it'll be literally impossible to win.
Hopefully J-Nick's not listening.
I don't think J-Nick has to listen, because
yeah, he wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
I do not think it's coincidence that like and maybe it is, but I don't think it's coincidence that our like current global in tier 1 war, it's hard, but it's like I feel like it's a good kind of hard. I don't know, you're the war planner. And then also Karina's volume 2 is so much better than volume 1.
Yeah.
And
I've said several times, I find this global way more interesting. You can actually play against it.
Yeah. But it's weird, it's like I feel like it's making the rest of the map harder because you can only send out so many champions for attack, right? And so you're needing these counters. I don't know. I'm really enjoying the chess match I'm seeing taking place between the planners.
Yeah. Like we lost to y'all, spoiler alert, but it was, I feel like both alliances got so much testing data from that war. Like I talked to Lizer afterwards.
Oh, okay.
And we were kind of comparing notes, and it's like, yeah.
That's awesome.
Such a good war for data. And I think one of the fights on the map that I've seen some strong words about is the one that arguably decided our war, Super Scroll on 49. Because both of us placed at least 2 copies of him. I think it might have been the only person on Hazard Shift in all 3 battle groups.
Yeah.
Actually, I think you guys had a thing on one of them. And you could argue the war was swung by how many times each of us died to him. And it's weird for one fight to be that important. But this is also the second or the third real war we've had with this global. There's only so much testing you can do in off season. And ultimately, you're gonna, like, the other thing is that people like Lizer and Campo only try so hard when they're placing defense in the off season. Like they're not crafting the same traps.
No.
And so it's never the same until you get into season, and that's when you have to really start figuring this stuff out. And so sometimes you don't find the real options for those really hard fights until the season starts. And I think people are going to realize that even for that placement, which is arguably the worst fight on the entire map right now, even for that placement, there is one really, really good option. And there are 2 or 3 solid options if you are skilled enough. And then there are a couple others where it's like, yeah, you might time out or die once or twice, but like it's not going to be a roadblock. And that's a good design. That's a good design. Like that's kind of where Kabam should be wanting to aim for tier 1 war, when so many people at that level have been saying for so long, oh, it's too easy. It's always the same. Like, okay, now it's harder. And we're going to figure it out.
Enjoy.
Yeah. But I don't think, like you said, I don't think it's too hard.
I think it's the good kind of hard. It's not like, oh, hey, now you're taking damage into the block. Like, the previous global. So I don't want to. It's a lot of this is like strategic planning. So I understand.
Did you say?
Yeah, because I watched. So for those who don't know, a player named Dreamin took this exact fight we're talking about, and he took it with a Mephisto, who has the appropriate immunities and then like a pseudo immunity to incinerate. Allows him to gain power. I watched the videos on while I was trying to, plow through February event quest last night. And I saw the way he had to like go about the map because he can't lose. I don't remember what Mephisto's charges are necessarily called. but like he couldn't lose those because he needed as many as possible. Maybe there's ways to clean it up. I'm sure you've talked with him about it extensively.
Yeah, there's one big change to make, but Dreamin's video is what I would call a good example of the like one of those second counters in the hands of a good player. Because he only soloed because he knows what he's doing.
He's a good player. Yeah, if you watch the video, he makes it sound like he doesn't. But I think
loves
he does.
doing that.
Yeah, he does. He's a good player. DL has the voice of someone who... yeah, this is one of the best voices in MCoC. When he and Campo are on...
Okay. I have some thoughts about that. Like, I think it would be funny at some point for Campo and I to do some kind of like duet for some big thing. Like maybe, I don't know, both of us crossing 5,000 subscribers or something.
That'd be sweet. Let's make that happen. Hey, by the way, how do I get these buffs on Phoenix here?
You wait.
That's the only...
You probably want to push her to a special too, so she gains them faster, but then you're also going to be like baiting out a bunch of specials. It's honestly a little bit of a not nice move on Kabam's part.
At least Domino knew to crit bleed when I needed it.
Yeah.
Oh, why'd I die?
Oh, because of the falter and it reflects all damage, so damage over time is dangerous. Oops.
So if I have falter on me, don't parry.
So you want to do a lot of damage in a small amount of time, but not as damage over time.
Okay, so let's sacrifice Archangel while I try to understand this. But was it because I had a falter on me, or is it because I had a falter on me and then I parried?
It's because she dashed back, putting the falter on you while the crit bleed was on her. So then she took no damage and you took all of it.
What the...
So it happens every time she dashes back. I mean, I know it's been literally months, but it's the same node that they put on Ghost in Summer of Pain that made her so much fun.
You know what's weird is I soloed that with America Chavez, and I don't even remember that.
That would probably be a good matchup here too, because you don't want to get rid of the buffs, but America can profit from it.
I feel like this might go poorly. Well, during the off season, we purposely didn't place Global Defenders because, Mr. France.
Exactly.
I always enjoy his bluntness.
Or I sometimes placed some of those, but like as 455s. It's not the same.
I don't think I have a good team for this. I'm at a loss for what I should do here. Voodoo could be really good for her. Yeah.
I don't think so, Mina, because you don't want to get rid of her buffs. What is Voodoo going to do without getting rid of her buffs? People are not going to enjoy this one.
Yeah, but so that was weird. Did I just lose all my debuffs?
Oh, yeah. Sorry, that's the other part of it. When she dashes back and gains the falter, she has a pseudo ghost ability where she turns active debuffs into buffs, which then allows you to do damage to her. So actually, active debuffs are good. Passive ones are really bad. Yeah, Voodoo does give her buffs, but then, like, how is he going to win the fight without taking them away? Mojo could be good. I would not recommend that, Aiden. Most of Mojo's damage is a passive degen that she won't purify when she falters you, and it'll reflect.
Well, without me, I have almost no idea what exactly I'm doing besides just playing the game. APOC seems to be doing wonderfully.
Yeah, I think
one thing that you're doing well is making sure to back her up, and so you're not giving her a ton of opportunities to trigger the falter. Because that was one of the biggest pieces of strategy for the ghost fight over the summer.
Yeah.
Was keeping her as much as possible in the corner so that mostly she was just throwing specials.
Yeah, I mean, that, like I said, like the playing the game decently, that was like, well, I'll just try to make it so she can't back up. So that's what I was doing. Oh, Bean, I'm so sorry we spoiled the war. I get the sense Bean's joking. I feel like you guys know each other.
Bean is joking because he's now in SSX.
Got it. Okay. No wonder I got the sense you and Bean know each other. All right, how close are we to this? We're not too far. All right, so we've got this.
I think I probably will have to hop off soon, though.
All right, I understand. Thank you so much for being here, man.
Yeah, man, it's a ton of fun.
I've gone a lot longer than I normally go, so.
Yeah, how long has this been?
It's been a while. I think we're at 2.5 hours, almost 2:40.
Oh,
done a lot.
Okay.
And done a lot. Each hit in the attacker's combo meter creates. Although now I'm really not going to have any idea what the hell is going on with these.
I'll stick around for a couple seconds.
Movable object. 5 hits in the attacker's combo meter creates 1 steadfast buff, allowing them to.
Oh,
block.
wow. They're just borrowing from Summer of Pain all over the place. This is the one that was on Darkhawk.
I hated that fight, if I remember correctly.
I loved it with Odin and did not enjoy it with anyone else.
I tried to get a solo with someone and I couldn't. There was someone that was supposed to be really easy solo. It was like Sentinel, maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and
I think I did that one.
Yeah. Defender's immune to
and
power
you get
evasion.
10% block proficiency. Okay, and you can't power control him. Ooh, and you kind of want to use a villain because he gains 4 genetic code against all heroes. That's that refinement bit. He'll apply an incinerate against you after 6 seconds, which makes it harder to use somebody like Tigra because it's damage over time debuff, so he can turn off or miss. Wow, they really went for it on this one.
Is he going unblockable at some point? I'm trying to figure out why we're getting this steadfast buff.
See it.
Yeah, I'm struggling to see the why we want to go. We want to be able to block unblockables. There's something
I mean,
not.
he has empowered immunity. So you don't want to like incinerate him, you don't want to use a bleed champion, and you don't want to stun him too much. But I think Bavic's correct. I think Guardian would be great here.
All right, so we'll
have absurd amounts of block proficiency, and you can just block all of the special ones. Try not to stun him too much. He will be able to stun you through blocks, so you have to be careful. But
I'll bring in Guardian and Nimrod. I think the problem is Nimrod will get incinerated, but I don't know what else to do.
I don't think the incinerate should be that strong.
Okay.
I think that is there partially as an anti-Tigra thing.
Okay. So, and then we'll bring in Tech. We'll get a power gain buff.
Yeah, I'm sure Nimrod will be fantastic as well because it gets rid of his prowess so that you can block whatever you want because you'll have extra block proficiency. It'll just tickle.
Okay. That goes so well with Nimrod too, right? Can you imagine that delicious marshmallow being tickled? I mean, it's just like we talk.
I just find myself using those verbs more with him because it's like when he's good at a fight, he just feels so strong.
Absolutely. What about Ultron? Actually, I love Ultron for mutants in general.
Non-hero tech, he'll be able to block all day because you'll be gaining those block proficiency buffs.
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
That sounds great.
I'm gonna go with Ultron instead, and then if I regret not bringing my boy Guardian, then I do. It'll be okay. It was just innate cosmic, right? We didn't need armor ups or anything like that.
Right, but if you want to play into it, I think it said like A-Force and Fantastic Four are particularly good as well. They get the same benefit.
Who are they? Let's see who's A-Force and Fantastic Four. A-Force. Those are actually good champions. I just don't have them ranked.
Yeah, that's weird for an account of your size. That's nothing.
Yeah. I mean, She-Hulk's very R3 worthy. So Scarlet Witch and Captain Marvel movie. Rogue, I know she has her fans. So, I mean, that's four good champions. I just don't have them. I just don't have them ranked.
I probably will do something stupid and try and take this with Reed at some point.
Well, that's what I'm thinking here. Reed.
I mean, I'll for sure use him on the path. I think the something stupid is using him for the boss.
Human Torch.
There was one other set of champions in the tag, but I don't remember it right now.
Whatever.
Oh, you said Cosmics, right?
Yeah, and I don't remember if Cosmics had to armor break or not.
Because it might have been New Avengers, which covers hype.
Peter, why won't you rig my crystal? Because Karate Mike is not on the stream. You got to ask Mike. That's the only person who could maybe do that, right?
All right, now I'm really gonna head out. But
all right,
good
buddy.
luck. No,
yeah,
later, man.
Thank you so much for being here, man. I'll catch your stream later today. Are you going to stream today?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to. Yeah, I may not get through the whole thing, but I'll do some of the fights.
All right, we'll catch you soon. Thanks for being here.
Thanks, man. Take care, everybody.
Let's see if I can read well enough to do this without DLL here. What the heck is happening here? Whenever they interrupt any of the defender's tactics, granting they gain a power gain buff whenever they interrupt any of the defender's attacks. Okay, whatever. Let's just start it and see what happens. Oh man, I'm trying to do my Nimrod since the featured came out. Yeah, dude, I got him from his Cav crystal, and okay, I don't have someone for Havoc. Oh no, I do. I have someone for Havoc, and I could tell he was amazing. Like one of the ways if you ever see me get excited about champion early, like CCP is a little bit different because usually that's a matter of like if we've had time to test them or if I've had time. Like I have a full-time job, I have a family. Like sometimes I just can't get to stuff. But if you see me pull a champion and R3 them right away, like the champions I've done that with have been like Nimrod, Diablo the day he came out, going way back in my channel, Guardian. I did that with Kitty Pride and did that with Null. Like I could tell him like I understand maybe 50% of this champion's kit, and I am destroying things with them. Clearly they are very good, and Nimrod has just gotten like better and better and better. I'm really glad I got the videos out on him, and he's awesome. Yeah, I think he's very much fitting for like where the game's at. And if you were on the stream earlier, you heard us kind of talking about the difference between being specialized versus being niche. There was a time in this game where being niche was really a put down. Like you have to go back a while, but it was like, wow, yeah, the champion's fine, but they're going to be too niche. We're not, where are you going to use them? That kind of stuff. And I still kept using the term, but I found myself using it almost as a positive in this game. Like that Nimrod would be niche. And it was actually Campo. He's like, you know what? What about saying they're specialized? I think that sounds a little bit more like a compliment. You're actually trying to say like they can do so many things. And I think that fits perfectly with Nimrod and where the game's at. Like, no, you're not going to use him to do everything. And that's why I'm saying, like, a long time ago, that was a bit of a negative. Where, there was so many debuff immune lanes, so you couldn't, like, land a debuff, you couldn't land a parry. And so champions that were reliant on debuffs, like, that was a big negative. Stuff like that. Who's texting me while I'm trying to do this? Kind of nice to have a champion that only needs to throw light attacks so I can check my watch. And for those of you who, because I get this question a lot too, this is Null without recoil. It's pretty good. Texted 2 years ago was a big negative or so. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, you're going back to my whole like debuff immune. Yeah, I mean this is going back a ways, and my sense of time's always a little bit off. Slaymon, hey, what's up, dude? Thank you so much for being here. Talk about one of the people who I'm going to be doing the SSX War video. I want to shout out as many names as possible. It's always hard when you shout out a group of friends because you're like, I know I'm going to forget someone. But I really want to shout out like the very, very smart players in SSX. And watch, I'm going to do it now, and I'm sure I'm going to forget people, but like DLL, Campo, Slaymon, Nerd, obviously, Toffre. Like, I just want to make sure I shout you guys out. That was an amazing war. I had so much fun with the whole thing. Ultron doesn't bleed mutants. Yeah, no, he places the degeneration. I really liked him. Before Nimrod came out, he was by far my favorite counter for mutants. And in some ways, I actually still like him. I like him better for bishops. Nimrod kind of like supercharges Bishop a little bit there because of all that shock that he places. All right. Gotta pay a little bit of attention here. This is what I was talking about too with Nimrod. You're still, I mean, obviously Havoc's still got that big energy resistance, but I like the SP1 off of Nimrod, not only because it gives you the nice energize, which if you've noticed, we actually still had, but it also places this energy vulnerability on Havoc, which means our shock will hit just that much harder. Let's see if we can race to it. It was nice of Havoc to throw that special for us. And let's see if this does it. Like, notice we still have our energize. And this is only a SIG 1. Probably an important piece of information for everyone to have. You just can't block projectiles. Oh, absolutely, Slayma. Absolutely. It would be pretty nice if Bishop wasn't able to enter Overload against robots. Dude, that would be a really nice solution to that. Because I wonder if they were intentionally making it so Bishop could still handle Nimrod. I have a feeling that's more something that just kind of happened. I think the intention with Bishop's buff was part of it was to make him a tougher defender. So I think that was intentional. But I highly doubt that they were thinking like, okay, we've got this amazing robot coming out. He's going to kill mutants. Let's make sure Bishop's still good for him. And that would also make sense for Bishop to still suffer against tech. Most robots are tech. That's actually a really good idea. Although, I mean, if I wrote something like that in the CCP and that actually happened, it would probably be more of a nerf to Bishop. And I don't think anyone wants to see him nerfed. So I like that idea. A lot, actually. That's a pretty awesome idea, right? All right. Let's Cosmic Ghost Rider. Let's have some more fun with him, though. Yeah, I tested him as 4-star. He's really amazing. I actually prefer to do more than no. Oh, you're talking about Nimrod now? Yeah, and just keep in mind what DLL was saying. That question where he was talking about the signature ability was really relevant to when I was asking about moving Nimrod to the top shelf. I mean, not to give too much away, but I'm pretty sure that's what's going to happen in the next rankings video. Is we'll be moving Nimrod to top shelf, and I think Miguel, it's finally time. The ranking team actually wanted to move him to top shelf last time for a while now, but I didn't want to do it. I hadn't really gotten to use him in war. I wasn't done with 7.3 yet, so while I agreed with them and I respect their knowledge, I knew I came out so high on him. I'd already taken the champion to rank 4. I know people watch these things, and I wanted to just be like, yes, he's top shelf before we put that out there. And even though I multiple times will say, make sure you play the champion, you watch my videos, watch someone else's videos before you rank them. I know not everyone does that, and so I just wanted to be super conservative with his ranking there. Wanted to finish this off. Let's see if this does it. And again, that's without recoil tree for null. Ultron bleed would be a bad idea for APOC boss. Oh, I understand why we're talking about Ultron. Yeah. Um, Kabam's really making anti-terror. We reached a new low. Yeah. That's Mr. Fernandez from earlier. All right. Let's go ahead and try to finish this off. I would love to at least get an attempt at Omega Sentinel and Betsy Braddock, I think it is. Would like to do that. And they are the next 2 chapters. We have been going for a while. I think it's worthwhile to keep this going. So let's get the Energize here. I guess we do... Come on, Gambit. There we go. You get that delicious power drain. I actually... So... Oh, man. There we go. So got back to 10 protocol. I fell out of the Eradicate. We got to take an awesome fight with Nimrod. Nimrod came to this war that we keep talking about against SSX. I actually got to take Nimrod. I died. I can't believe I died. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. Move along. But then I got to take an awesome fight with Nimrod and really just show off what he can do. It's against Kitty Pride on Mixmaster. It was very, very fun. Very, very fun. And like how paying attention to which mode he's in, you can really just dismantle these prowess. Like that's why I compared him to Human Torch. Is I think he's not just mutants; it's also healing and prowess, like Torches with Mystics, right? Or anyone who does energy damage. You can hear my voice. My voice is starting to go. You want to make sure you realize. Yeah, exactly. That's exactly. I mean, yes, that's exactly it. 100%. What's funny is really early on, because I've been doing the tier list not as long as I've been doing YouTube, but pretty close. I think we're on like version 19 now or something like that. And I pulled Guardian very early. I thought he was awesome. And I pulled him really early, awakened him, took him to SIG 200. And probably did like 4 or 5 videos on him. Quite a few. And he came out as top shelf in my first rankings video, or my second one, somewhere in there. I got a lot of grief for it. And it was kind of good in a way, though, because it made me really think through, like, okay, people are watching this. You're not just some guy playing the game. People are actually watching this and going to rely on it. So I was happy to see, the rest of the community come around on him. All right. Let's see if we can finish off old Luke here. Jeez Louise, Null is... I understand Null is not like the best for anything right now, except for maybe the new Karina Challenge Green Goblin, but that's a limited champion pool. And I know we're not seeing him in War, but there's more to this game than War. I love War, but there's a lot more to this game than War. Null is a beast. He is an absolute beast. He does benefit from nodes, though Vegas is slightly inflated, but not too... Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Is Omega something coming out first or Betsy? Slay, I'm not allowed to say, my friend. I'm not allowed to say. I guess I'm supposed to say I don't know, but I do know. I'm just not allowed to say. Oh, that does give me a nice chance, though, to talk about this. I believe I will be hunting, so that crystal that has Betsy and Omega Sentinel in it, I believe I will actually do a hunt for it. I think it'd be really cool to hopefully pull one of them and take them to rank 3, and then over the course of the 6 months, because they're the first champions in the rebalancing program, right? It's officially in it. And then just kind of go over that with you all. Make videos on it. Like, I'm not sure if either of them will be used in War, but they can be used in questing content if I have them on my live account. We can use them in the EQ. Maybe I can take them to AQ if it works with my lane. We can take them into if 7.4 is out. Just have a lot of fun with them. See how they do, and then how that works out with the the rebalancing beta if they enter that. I don't know. I think that'd be a lot of fun. It's not something I would recommend because my other goal would be to remind the community that they are in the rebalancing program now. So if you're going to use your money to buy units, or if you're going to be doing the arena, know that what you're getting may change in 6 months. But entertaining people, kind of documenting. That's the word I was looking for. Documenting the rebalancing program process. I think that'd be a lot of fun. And I also do think that Omega Sentinel looks outrageously good. I don't know about Herc level good, right? But very, very good. She's looking like a top shelf champion. And I think Betsy can do things. I will also say that the champion designer for her seems like I really like the energy that he's taking to his champions. He seems like he really wants to do something different, keep it fun, keep it fresh, and make a fun interactive game for it. And I want to support that. He's interactive with us on the Discord server, and I did get permission to say these things. He's interactive with us on the Discord server, really open to feedback. Like, I don't know. I really like him, and it's kind of making me like his champions, or at least want to get his champions. So I'm excited to see where he takes these champions. It'll be cool. First go at Omega Sentinel. Yeah, I mean, she looks amazing. She really does, guys. Like, she looks. The day her embargo is lifted, I'm sure you'll see a lot of videos from us CCPers. I almost guarantee it. Great stream. Did 3-star Aegon challenge, dude. You did it. Nice. Did you watch? Did you use Lags's? I think you called it like Naked and Afraid mastery build. You also think Betsy will surprise people? I think so too, but I have not. I will just full forth. You guys know me. I have not played her at all. It's just how my life has been. And so I don't want to say that I believe that she will, or that I know that she will, until I actually am able to get my hands on her and play her. But I think she's going to be like maybe Cap Wilson, Cap Sam Wilson, in that, like, if I just take her in and I beat up that 6.1.1 Deadpool, it'll be like, that's not impressive. But that there will be nodes and defenders where you'll be really happy you have her. Let's put it that way. I don't remember what this node does at all. Let's just go in with Ultron and see what happens. I'm enjoying talking with you guys, and I'd like to get to the other two. Come on now. I don't think APOC will shut off Nimrod's evade. That's going to be interesting to see how that works out. Because I know slow does not work for Ultron's evade. Also realizing I should have paid a little bit more attention to Nerd's Ultron video. I think now I want to land my heavy. At the spacing badly. Oh, I'm not going to be able to because he is stun immune. But Ultron is holding his own regardless. I said stun immune, I meant while attacking. It was kind of funny to say stun immune and then have. Let me stun him. Yeah, there's the evade failed. I'm surprised by that. I thought that was like the one function that can't be turned off. Was his evade function. Maybe it's in the wording of Apocalypse's kit. When I'm done with this fight, I'll look up. Some of you have probably already figured it. Alright. Let's go, and we'll land a heavy. Look at Ultron go. And DLO was right that the incinerates aren't doing much, but remember that with Ultron's SIG, it'd be even better. I like his SIG. That was pretty impressive, considering I had no idea what was going on. That just shows how awesome Ultron is. Vega, I did go naked and afraid. It's the best way to go, my friend. If you're gonna go, naked and afraid. That's awesome. That's good to hear. Lags did a great video on that. on how to take out that Wolverine. This involves a very specific mastery setup. I'm actually not going to give all the details because I want people to watch that video. It's a great video, and Lax put work into it. But that's great to hear that it already worked out for someone. I'm gonna use that same mastery setup myself. Bestie looks really cool animations wise, which for me is all I want. I have to admit that that's part of it too, man. I mean, she's got like that pink hair. Animations look awesome, and her. I believe this is public. I hope it's public. Her SP3 is called Go Medieval, which I assume has something to do with her, the character. But I'm old enough where when I hear that phrase, it makes me think of Pulp Fiction, which I absolutely loved as a young adult, and would love to have that. Makes me kind of want more. All right, let's see what Omega Sentinel is all about here. When the defender is knocked down, a 12-second timer is started. If the defender is knocked down, again, while this timer is active, they gain indefinite armor up buff. Okay, fair enough. Defensive ability accuracy is lower by 6% while under the effects of Incinerate. Okay, if I remember correctly, she's got a lot of Incinerates. When the defender is knocked down by heavier, they become debuff immune. All right, so they're really wanting us to be aware of knocking her down. Agile reversal. I don't think I've ever seen this. They're giving us the big L. The attacker starts with 6 light charges, 6 medium, and 3 heavy. A charge is removed whenever the attacker lands a corresponding attack, and all charges reset when any charge reduces 0, it reduces stun duration. Okay. Great. Okay. And this is a science. Science or Spider-Verse or Symbiote. Or Sinister Six. Science. Science and a lot of S's. They're testing our lisps. They're testing my lisp. They're like, that Vega's got a slight lisp. When he streams, let's test it. Okay. When in doubt, pull your Herc out. I have not heard that one. All right. It was Science Champions, right? See, look at you. Look what you've made me do. You've made me forget what I was talking about. Sinister Six and Symbiotes. Sinister Six and Symbiotes. Isn't there something else? Does anyone else remember? Miles kills it. I used Nimrod for this APOC. Yeah, I think Nimrod would have been great. That's awesome to hear it, though. Have it confirmed. APOC's evade counter isn't based on... Okay, so is the wording's more like opponents cannot evade. So he's not technically turning off Ultron's function like a slow is. It's just... He just can't. Can only evade APOC 10 times. Okay. Thanks, Henry and Slamon. I appreciate that. Have it up. Not listening, so only responding chat, but I'm hopeful for Betsy too. Her kit looks cool, and there are a lot of companion effects. Yeah, DLL, I think he's not listening, or maybe he meant like only listening. But I think that's actually the idea. And I heard you on stream, I think, talking about like the difference between internal synergies and flow. I think that's the idea with her, is you're kind of building, and they all kind of work together very well. I talk with my hands, you guys can't see them. All right. Why is no one... Oh, because... Yeah, I get it now. Oh, gotta bring in Null. If we can bring Null, we're bringing Null. And, I guess Venom Pool. Or Anti-Venom, I mean. And Venom Pool. Alright, let's have fun. Let's see what this team can do. Vega, this quiz sucks. Bring your ghost. Oh, that is... It's Super Sam saying that. That means I'm going to have problems. I'm not excited reading that. Let's see what happens. Yo, Vega, gotta catch. Oh, dude, what's up, Stat32J? Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, when I was streaming like all the time, I mean, you were one of the common names. Thank you so much for showing up, man. I think I've talked about it quite a bit. One, work just started catching up with me. I needed to get it focused on it. And then also just my health, man. Like the time to sit here and do this every day, it's a lot of time. And then, with family and a job and all that, I just ran out of time to exercise. And so it was starting to take a toll on my health. And so I'm kind of moving this to like once a week. Going to try to keep this up on Wednesdays. All right. They gain an evade charge when they knock the defender down. Every 6 seconds, the defender gains an unblockable charge, making their next attack unblockable. Thank you for explaining that. Unblockable charges are consumed whenever the defender attacks, regardless of whether the attack hits. When the attacker dashes back, they gain a disarm timer. Oh, geez, I see why he said to bring. I see why he said to bring Ghost. This does suck. All right, let's try a few fights. I don't want to spend a ton of items trying to muscle through with this. Let's see how we can do. I don't think it's going to go well. You never know. You never know. Did I just send Heimdall to his SB2? No. So that's good. I also see why they gave us the evade charge. I think this might be one where I actually want to backdraft. Did you guys hear it in my voice? I got very excited about that. Let's refresh the encryption. That's going to be weird to get used to. So I feel like this is going fine. You just, oh man, you kind of want to play them stun immune. I definitely see the value of ghosts. And then knocking them down. Knocking them down is giving that evade charge. And continuously pushing him over a bar has been helpful. Yeah, so far so good. I think I'm going to stick with it. Let's see what we can do. Okay, yeah. Whoa, Karina loves me. Pulled 6-star Warlock and Archangel for the first 2 dual class crystals. Hey, dog. Are you still eating Mediterranean in your massage chair? Because you put on like a, I don't know, like a good TV show like Daredevil, throw on some movies, you're pretty much having a perfect day. Pretty much a perfect day. It's, yeah. Trying to think of how you make that one better. All right, let's keep going. I think this could get ugly with Punisher 99 going unblockable. Yeah, you got to pay so much attention to it. Okay. All right. Man, that keeps catching me off guard. If you can get used to the stun that comes off of it, I think you could actually really work around this node very well. It just, I'm a hair late, and then it's causing me to attack back in too late. That was cool to see Null handle that regeneration. I think the Sig on mine. Let's check that out, because obviously that's when that kicks in. 137, so the regeneration hand isn't coming in until 35.4% health. So it's not amazing, but you saw it kick in there. So it's definitely handling those like safeguard type heals, like obviously Punisher 99 has. I like Null, guys. I really do. I know I'm aware of chats where he's kind of not being put down, but I think the pendulum's starting to swing back a little bit on him. I still think he's an awesome, awesome champion. Annihilus is great for Mega Sentinel. Null works, but it's weird. Oh, that doesn't sound good for me. Annihilus. Why Annihilus? That's cool to hear, but I'm curious why. Time for Ronin to shine again, or am I missing something? A lot of buff? Or am I getting my Ronin and my Ronan confused again? Alright, let's get corruption going. Yeah, see, there you go. Once you knock them down, you can just use it. It feels like Elsa's evade mechanic. It's really neat, actually. Let's see if they backdraft well. Probably don't want to backdraft light into an unblockable opponent, though. Don't recommend that. But let's go ahead and put Gamora away. She got too aggressive. She was causing problems. We had to put her away. Stomach is full, still in the massage chair. Wondered who to rank up first. That's awesome. Are you comfortable sharing what Mediterranean food you had? Because that could go a lot of different directions. There's a lot, and depending on where you are, even in the U.S., but where in the world, some people would include Italian food. Would include Italian food in that. So I'm very curious. Mermaid Man, you should bring women's champions for the Hell objective. Oh yeah. You have to go way back in the stream. But we did that. Had a lot of fun with it. It was really cool. I thought the fights were well designed. And I liked, there's always that kind of like conversation about it. I like that you had to bring in women's champions or female champions to do the objectives. I thought it was really cool, and I thought it was a fun. Little event. I'm looking forward to the rest of the map, except for Lizer's evil Penny Parker. I'm going to talk to Lizer for everybody. I'll talk to her, and she'll be like, "No fights for you for a week. Enjoy that." Feels like bubble shield. A little bit of bubble shield here too. I like that double dash back. It actually is really helpful for me against these Magnetos. It doesn't always work. But it's really helpful for me. See, like, there we go again. Sorry guys, this one's requiring a little bit of concentration. End it for us, Null. I like the double dash back just because it helps me when I'm farther away. If you're up close, the evade's not too bad. When I'm back, I tend to go way too early, and so you just double dash back. I know it's not like the technically right way to do it, but as you saw, it often works. Easy access to armor breaks and doesn't rely on knocking the defender down repeatedly for down. Such a great call, Aiden. Such a great call. I'll admit I don't know his kit very well at all. I really don't know his kit well at all. So that's awesome. Makes a ton of sense. I know he got the buff, and I think there's a couple of synergies recently that are supposed to be helpful to him. But I really don't know much about him. Null probably will die on this, but he's done so well. It'd feel bad to take him out now. It's like taking a pitcher out in the 9th inning when they have a no-hitter, just because you notice they're getting tired. You either believe in them or you don't, right? Let's believe in Null. Of course, I got to play him well. Ideally, I would just be parry stunning and having to get those corruption charges or whatever up. But right now, I think with this node, it's more important to play the node. All right, let's see what we can do. Yeah, and Yo's going to take that one. All right. Change of strategy. Let's try to get to the SV3. See if we can live that long. Uh-oh. So this will start the encryption for us, or we'll go encryption. Betsy soloed. Who'd you use, Mr. B? Nice. Look at Null. That's why you don't take him out. You let him finish off his no-hitter. Void for Apocalypse and call it a day. Nice. I would not have thought of Void. I was pretty content with my 2 techs of Nimrod and Ultron. Not everyone's got them, though. That's awesome to hear that Void will also work. I had Greek today, but you're right. Metatrain covers several types. I love them all. Same here, man. Same absolutely here. Like the food in that whole region of the world is, I just absolutely love it. Absolutely love it. Yeah. Hercules, of course. Okay. When in doubt, pull Herc out, as he was saying earlier. It makes a lot of sense. Oh, we've got another fight. I thought Null was done. Let's push it. Let's push him to the limit. Although I actually struggle evading one of Lady Thor's specials, and I cannot remember which one it is right now. I think it's her special 2. Which one's the one where she like runs up with her little hammer? Nope, it's her special 1. Yeah. Oh well. She got me for making fun of her little hammer. I used Warlock for Betsy, pretty straightforward. Oh, okay. Huh. That's interesting to hear that. I'm curious what nodes. Were the nodes pretty tough? Like, did they play into her kit? All right. See what this does damage-wise. Yeah, that's the special I would much rather deal with. There we go. Yeah, man, I cannot evade that special. Okay, I think we're now finally at Omega Sentinel. I have never played her. I have very little idea of how she functions, so this should be interesting. Oh man, we were going to use Null for her. I got so excited. Okay. When the defender's knocked down, cells are started. The defender's knocked down again. While the timer's active, they gain indefinite armor up buff. So just don't knock her down a bunch. Decrease ability accuracy while effective. So if I get incinerated, all right. Well, the defender's knocked down by they become debuff immune, which makes Venom Pool not a good idea. I don't know why I did that. The attacker starts with 6 light charges. 6. I can't stand nodes like this. You guys have heard me talk about strike counters before. I just can't stand them. All right, we're going to go in. Miguel's going to pretty much be a sacrificial lamb for us, just to kind of get used to move sets and whatnot. I gotta say, Omega Sentinel's moveset's looking really cool. To me, anyway. Holy cow. It looks really fluid. I feel like a lot of floating champions usually have like a slow float. And that is not what I'm seeing. That is really cool. She recovers pretty slow from that special, because I definitely wasn't on it timing-wise at all. Forgot about her having an auto block. That's really fun. Okay, you can interrupt her heavy pretty smoothly. Yeah, look at that. Okay, she should go debuff immune off of this, I think, so we're not going to have a stun. She feels like, I mean, it's you got to actually play her too, but I'm feeling like not only is this a champion that looks like they should be an offensive powerhouse, but her moveset's looking cool to me too, as far as using her offensively. She's cool. What are you guys thinking? Has anyone fought her? And watching Omega makes me smile. That's how I'm feeling, K-Dog. Like, I'm seeing, like, I want to get this champion. I want to get that champion. Very, very badly. All right. Let's send Herc in there. Let's see if Herc can do this for us. She'll go debuff immune, so which means we can't use... let's see here. Well, no, we can still do that. That being use the Infuriate. And, of course, we can still intercept her because that has nothing to do with debuffs. Okay, we got incinerated. That's probably from hitting into her block. As I said, she recovers slowly. We haven't ramped up our Herc, so that didn't do a ton of damage. And let's see if that finishes it off. It was nice just to be able to use Hercs and Fury and stuff like that. I mean, he is so flexible. He is so flexible, right? Like, it's just a matter of setting up his Infuriates and then using them to get those intercepts, those delicious intercepts. I feel my wallet open for her. Seriously, yeah. I went on for a while about it, but I think I'm going to hunt her when her Crystal comes out with Betsy, because they're the first two champions to go through the rebalancing program. I think it'd be fun to kind of document that for the channel. I think it'd just be entertaining. She also looks amazing, and we've seen the prestige now too, so it's not like it's purely just for science, you know. I think it'd be fun to do it, and then if I don't get her, you know, because I'll set a limit. I will have to set a limit, but I'm happy to put, you know, the last few months of YouTube earnings in and try to get her because I mean, put it back into the channel. Why not? And then if she gets nerfed, or if she gets buffed, or if I get Betsy and she gets buffed, I think that'd be really cool. Like, I'll take them to rank 3, whoever I get, and just kind of have a lot of fun with it. I think that'd be entertaining. If you guys don't think that'd be entertaining, please let me know, because that would save me a lot of money. It would probably save me a lot of money. So I would be very interested if you guys are like, yeah, don't do that. That sounds boring. All right. Mixed Master. Knockdown. Skill defenders prevent evade while the defender suffering from a disorient, incinerate, or shock. Okay. And who's the boss? Or obviously we know the boss. We were told Warlock was good for her, right? I think someone said Warlock. Apparently you can't even find her. That's what makes her difficult. Is she's very hard to find. Let's just go the easy way. Let's ask for directions. Finally broke down and asked for directions. So we'll bring in some skill attackers and my favorite tech champion right there. And we will bring in, well, we know Warlock works. So let's bring in Penny Parker and see what happens. And then skill. I love this big boy. I love that big boy. He is awesome. He saves me so many items in AQ. Even though we're getting those compensation packages, he often is the reason why I don't have to use them. And I love him for it. All right. Long shot causes him problems. So you forget about this defensive ability from long shot, but he can steal that unstoppable, and he often does. It's really annoying. Vega just crushed Cat Brett with Penny. Oh, Sam, thank you for the message. I actually had not read that. So I'm excited to see that. Shang and Moleman. Yeah, I probably should have brought in Moleman. I might regret this. I'm here for it. Hope you have an Omega R3 even nerfed a bit. She will be a badass. I agree, my friend. I agree. And I just kind of want to document it, because I know I put out the video being like, look, do not spend until you are aware of what's going on. Like, this is a big change. They've always had the ability to change this though. But now it's like, it's a real program. I happen to be friend. I consider Janek to be a good MCoC friend. I have a lot of faith in him as a human, but he, like anything else, when you go and you work with a team, you don't have control over everything. And I think it could be great for MCoC, but I know people put a lot of money or a lot of time or both into getting these champions. So I just want to get that word out as much as possible. So that's kind of my incentive there. And then to actually be able to pull her would be even better. So it'd be fun. I think it'd be fun. What's the point of having a channel if you're not going to have fun with it? All right. Let's see here. I forgot what the synergy actually does. The synergy that I brought in. Yeah. I think I have to be doing a heavy to shut down the evade. So we'll mix in some combos and heavy, so that we're not just sitting there watching for parry heavy over and over and over. And if it starts going too slow, maybe we will back out and bring in Mole Man. Actually got myself confused there. That wasn't the game. All right. I feel like I messed up Mixmaster. That must have been the ability accuracy reduction of the degeneration kicking in. This fight's going kind of slow. Try to get this over with. Then I'll look at the rest of the lane. Before we decide if we're going to back out and bring in Mole Man. That Penny might be a real pain. Yeah, that Penny. Let's see what happens. Let's just go through this. Might regret. No, we should bring in Mole Man. We should bring in Mole Man. I don't want to take that long this whole time. Good call, Mr. B. Good call. Kingpin can do it, but why take that long? There we go. And how's everyone doing with Karina's? How far along are people? I've been shocked at how far some people are. Like, I've seen some people have 6 of 9 done. I think it was BMCG already had 6 of 9 done. I don't think he streamed any. And then obviously I know Mike, KT1, and Lags have a ton done. They have a ton of it done. I'm tempted to try to get it all done in the month and get that profile picture, but I really don't think that's going to happen, especially if I try to stream it. Oh, Ronan, tricky little fella. Got rid of my slow. And now I can't parry. All right, we'll start over one more time. I think fatigue is starting to set in. I'd really like to get Betsy down once before we sign off, though. The profile pic is cool, but life is so busy. Yeah, I mean, that's where I'm at, man. That's where I'm at. Obviously, I want to get out videos and things like that, and it's hot, right? It's the hot topic, like we were talking earlier about. Yes, I just said hot topic for those of you who are old enough. And so that's what everyone wants to watch, and I get it. I mean, it is exciting. I totally get it. But I just can't rush it, at least like the time to sit and play like that regularly. I guess actually with as long as we end up going today, I could have done some of it today. I didn't think I'd go this long though. But the women's event looked cool. I'm actually glad we did it. I'm glad the poll was for the women's event. I'm starting to play sloppy. Settle in. What's up, OIC? Yeah, man, I was just I didn't know you were there. I can tell I'm starting to play pretty sloppy here. We chose to do the 2 pass of the women's event, and then I actually had to finish up February's EQ, and that was a bit of a rush. Like, got it in with like a minute to spare. But I'd like to get Betsy down. We already got down to Mega Sentinel. Herc handled her, unsurprisingly. I love Karina's, but no rush. Taking my time. Only 2 done so far. That's more than I've got, K-Dog. That's pretty good, my friend. That's pretty good. Will anyone be able to rank 4 a champion when they're done with Karina's? I think that's going to be interesting too. All right, let's see how Sean can handle this. Hard to stay focused. Yeah. Like, this is where I start to... I mean, I actually enjoy... You guys know me. I enjoy the conversation anyway. But I really start to miss having someone else on call too. After a time. And Shang might not have been a great idea considering all that. I feel like he takes a lot of concentration. To kind of remember where you were at, what you were doing. We will persevere. Let's see how much we do. This is a rank 4 Shang-Chi, by the way. All right. Finish that off. Work. What is up, dude? I feel like you're here to carry me through, man. I'm getting tired. Anyone know why Penny can evade Mole Man? No. Wait, what? I was kind of relying on that not happening. Why could Penny evade Mole Man? I mean, with this game, we always immediately think bug, but let's assume it's not. What? Why would Penny be able to... I feel like Penny's bugged, by the way. If you haven't seen my last war video, you'll see it in this next one too, because I fight her again. I feel like you're able to punish her after her SP1 with your heavy, and I feel like you're not supposed to be able to do that. Like, it just doesn't trigger auto block, and I feel like it should, but maybe I'm wrong. In fact, I think I saw a comment on the video from I think it might have been Dot. Someone, like, it's a smart player that explained that they actually think it's not a bug. So I'll have to go back and read through that. But I can't think of a single reason why Penny would be able to evade Mole. When I'm done with this fight, I'll look up and see if the rest of the chat has a reason. Ooh. There we go. All right, let's get the stun off. I think we'll be able to kill. We'll be able to finish him off. I finished 5 of them. Worked. You're an absolute monster, man. You're a monster. Leaving 1 Realm of Legend challenge until there's a mystic or until there's a mystic or science that I'd actually want. Oh, okay. So you're not going to go. So you must not. That must not give you enough to R4 another champion. 7.4 coming. I'm looking forward to when we face off in the battlegrounds, man. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. We'll get you on call and have some fun with that. If you're up for it. I know not everyone wants to be on call. Aiden's already 5 of 9 too. Holy smokes. No Abyss or 7. Why no 6.3.1? That's actually, and I've seen a lot of people want to avoid that one, which is striking me as it's the one that I first thought I would do, actually, which is why I've been a little bit surprised with that. I could rank someone if I did the Abyss challenges, but I'm waiting for after, just to see what the rewards fully work. Is that why you want to wait? Let's go unblockable. I love that about Shang-Chi. Where you're just like, you know what? I think I want to be unblockable right now. Just how I'm feeling. I don't think this will kill her, but I really want it to. Thank you, Shang. Shang was like, let's get Vega. Vega's tired. Let's help him out. Best part of the stream is the banter with your friends. Your excitement for the game is infectious. Thanks, dude. I really appreciate it. I think that's probably why I'm so aware of, like, when I get a little tired or whatever, is, I don't know. I want to have fun. I want to have fun with you all and just mess around with people and play the game and obviously talk about it and other stuff that comes up. So yeah, thanks. I appreciate you saying that. It said ability fails. All right, when we get there, Penny, give 100% to True Strike. That's right. Thank you. I knew. It's the true. Yeah. Thank you, Adam. Adam's 100% correct. I just always think of the auto block portion of it. So I've never really thought about that interaction. That's like why war planning impresses me so much. Like, they have to think about all of that stuff, because if they send you in without thinking of all those interactions, and I know it's like, well, no, I thought of this one, and that's the thing. It's not just this one, you know, like it is all of them. There's so many fights, and if they mess one up, I shouldn't have done that. Pretty sure a heavy would have pushed him red. So let's see here. Let's try to land a parry. And then we'll reapply slow into an SB2. Nope, SB3. That's okay. Worse things have happened. I think one hit heavies work on Penny. I did it in a war once with Spidey as well. Yeah, Bean, that's exactly it. That's exactly it. And congratulations on being an SSX, man. I did not know that. I like I said, I could tell early in the stream that you and DLL knew each other. Such a great alliance, so many awesome people there. I think at the point where like I don't need to say Master's Tier anymore. I think people just know. Whose BG are you in, if you don't mind me asking? See, that's what I was talking about with Shang-Chi. I wasn't paying enough attention. I forgot that I didn't have my True Strike up. All right, let's finish it. Low level 5 stars. Is that Spider Gwen or Squirrel Girl? And no 5-star Yellow Jacket. Oh, it must be Squirrel Girl because we're talking about 6.3.1. Yeah, that makes sense. Dude, she can. Squirrel Girl can punch up a little bit on that one. I did that fight. It might have been a maxed out 5-star. It might have been. I don't think it was. This was a long time ago, and I did it for fun because I really liked Squirrel Girl, and I knew she could handle that fight, or I wanted to see, and I was able to. Work, yeah, and then I'll decide if on when the BIS challenges. I'm only a few thousand fractions. Wow. And you were thinking Doom, right? No, we had to talk about this, and I was surprised you hadn't taken up Doom, if I remember correctly. Curious who you're thinking, man. Aiden, wish I could bring 6-star rank 1s. Yeah, that would be nice. Tip, the Black Widow Deadly Origin is fast, just one SB2 and everyone's dead. Oh, for this, yeah. I don't have her at a high rank. I'm not sure how I'm going to handle this fight. Let's see if we can focus on the slow and the unblockable. I purposely backed off because I wanted to get her shield down. I didn't want to go unblockable. So there's the opening to land that. All right, let's try to get slow back up. And then, man, he's getting the shield down fast. I guess that's probably his crit through block, right? And let's see how much damage we can do here. Okay, I mean, you've got 8 Furies. That's obviously boosting the damage considerably, but Shang-Chi, guys. Shang-Chi. This guy is the man. If you can play him well, he can do so many things. He can get around so much content. Like, we're not even showing his Shug there, his Cleanse. We showed the Unblockable, obviously the Stun. The guy. He is so good. He's capable of so much. Let's put it that way. He's capable of so much. Spider-Man 99, Miguel, as I like to call him, and APOC will probably be the next 2. Yeah, I don't know how you're going to choose between those 2. It's because you're not. Are you thinking about getting back into high AQ, high war again, or are you pretty much just enjoying retirement from that mode of the game? Okay, special burst lockdown. When the defender activates a special, blah, 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 blah. Thanks for the knockdown. Okay. Promise puncture. 1 too many hits. Okay, yeah, Penny. I think Penny is going to work. Let's go. A lot of this was to be getting used to Betsy's animations. I just think she looks cool, dude. I just think she looks so cool. And like I said, the designer, I really like the energy that guy's bringing to the table, man. I really appreciate it. I think he's really working, and he's open to feedback, and he's interactive with us all. And I feel like he's trying to do something a little bit different. All right, that's not the time to rush into that heavy. I'm just proving the point, right? Sometimes it's good to do something twice just to make sure everyone understands. All right. Let's reparry, and let's see how this SP2 does. Actually, I don't think I had enough Spider Sense charges. I'm used to running her with one of her synergies. Oh well. You sure can't take a beating from Betsy. But I think this is kind of like what DLL is referring to. I would imagine Betsy would not be great because I think there's a lot of setup involved in playing her to do damage. Yeah, messed that one up too. This is interesting how poorly you can play this and still be doing okay. I'm not evading any specials. We got that power sting on. Let's not kill ourselves here. Let's see what this does. Yeah, you guys were right. Penny is just brutal for that. I mean, that wasn't good Penny play at all. And better just to do the 2 SP1s and the SP2, and I think that fight would have been over with. What's the best option for the Mega Sentinel boss? Hercules was great for it. Just set up his Infuriate so you can get those intercepts with your specials. You know, and obviously make sure, because when you knock her down, she's going to go debuff immune. So make sure you're set up for that. I hope I explained that well. I think I did. I think well enough. If you know how to use Herc. And after that, I don't know. We just used Herc. We only went through this once, but he was fantastic. He was completely unramped. He hadn't taken a single fight the whole time, and he owned it for me. So thank you everyone for watching. I really appreciate everyone who stuck around here to the end. Like K-Dog said, the chatting, the having fun, and all that. That's what makes this fun. Thank you, all of you, for doing it. Thank you, DLL, for being on the call. And I will catch you all very, very soon. Take care.